We're gonna start on the recap now that I started recording.
Okay, cool.
It's okay. I'll go first. Let's see. I read like 30 pages of The Halloween Tree. By what's his name?
Ray Bradbury.
Yes.
Nice.
I almost said Brad Rayberry. But
Same thing. Also,
yeah.
yes. Same thing.
It's very strange. It's kind of like a YA novel-ish, but also just seems like even younger than that. Like the way it's written, which I didn't expect from the way Fahrenheit 451 is, but completely different genre book. So it's interesting. It's very, very quick. I just have still not gotten fully back into the reading. So that's it for that. For TV, I guess this is a movie, but we watched Psych 3, This Is Gus.
Best movie of all time.
Incredible. Honestly, oh man, chills. They
time.
waited. They didn't say "come on, son" the entire movie until she was giving birth at the end, and he was screaming for his son. Come on. And Luke and I were talking about like the scene where they're like forever doing the "I'm proud of you" but back and forth, and then immediately cuts to like him like hitting the switch with a wrench, and like Sean keeps folding the map and can't put it in his pocket. Like, what the fuck is happening in this movie?
Imagine writing that in the script.
Oh my god. And it was the most that Trini had ever related to Sean throughout the entire show, because for the most part she relates to Gus over everything. And then she said this is the first time that she was like relating more to Sean, not because Gus wasn't, but because at the end when he was helping deliver the baby and he had it all over his hands and he was like crying and like that's like how we are with kids in general. So she's like, that's literally what I would be like the entire time. And also Sean was just trying to help. He was doing his normal antics, but he was really just trying to like, he was just afraid for his friend. That movie though, the way they end it, the way that everything converges at the end to be the wedding delivery with Father Wesley and was it Kurt Smith, like just everything is like incredible. So very excited for when they keep making them. Other TV, I guess we haven't really been watching any since we finished that. We haven't really watched any TV, to be honest. Before bed she's just been watching me play video games that she's interested in. So I didn't talk about Little Nightmares last time, right?
She's doing me. I don't think so. She's
yeah, exactly.
Like watching you.
Yep. So there's a game called Little Nightmares. It's like 3 hours long. It's pretty short, but Kelly, I think you would really like it. And I know you're not.
It's not a Lego game.
No, but they're like, it's like the size of like the main character's like the size of it's so the whole thing is like they're really small and they're on this like nasty cruise ship thing with like people who are trying to kill them, like the borrowers. But it's like the thing that gets like confusing is like how do you get through to the room? So that's the part that like I feel like you wouldn't like, Kelly. But like it doesn't explain why you're little.
It's only 3 hours.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
It'll take me a year. But...
Yeah, but it doesn't explain why you're little. It doesn't explain why they're trying to kill you. It's like just you got to survive while these guys are trying to get you. So it's like literally just vibes. The whole thing is like no plot, just vibes. And then the ending literally made me gasp out loud, which was like I had not expected. So it was really good. There's one part where I don't know if you heard Luke when you were in your room, but I like screamed at the TV because it was not even the ending. I was just like, something happened and I like lost my mind. But it was like a charmingly creepy game. Like it's just so cute, but also like, oh my God, like what the fuck is this? It's so creepy the whole time and eerie. It's like not jump scary, but the whole vibes are like, ugh, off-putting. So I really liked it. I would say if Kelly ever played any video game, I would say it would be that one.
And Last of Us Part 2.
Other than Lego games. Last of Us Part 2, yes. Luke, dynamic difficulty. Yes.
Yeah. The story of Last of Us Part 2.
Well, like watching someone else play it next to you or something like that.
No, I can't.
Next to you. Like if Luke sat there and played it. Not that you guys have time.
I could never
really?
watch someone play a video game. Absolutely not. That's the most boring thing on the planet.
Whoa. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, we finished Little Nightmares, so we started playing Little Nightmares 2, which is a little longer. And connects to the first one, but like because the same character does, but it doesn't explain how. So we're like, what the fuck is happening? Which
I
is
have to go
cool.
put my stuff in the dryer, but I will be back.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll talk about video games. So been doing that, but then Last of Us Part 2. Before I even knew this teaser was coming out, I was talking to Luke about how I had started it. Like, I bought the $10 like PS5 upgrade because I played on PS4 in 2020, and there's like a $10 for the remaster. You could upgrade it, and I did that like 5-6 months ago, and I played like 5 hours of it out of like the 25 to 30 or whatever, and then I just stopped because the way I do my waves. So
Yeah.
I just started doing it, and Luke just sat down and started watching for a couple hours because it was just it's so good. So I've been doing that on my off time, is just playing Last of Us Part 2. Oh, and Luke, it was not that part where it cuts or where they attack, because Ellie goes out by herself in Seattle day 2. And so like once she comes back at day 2, then that happens. So there's a whole extra day. Yes. There's a whole extra day before it cuts to Abby's perspective. At least.
Yeah, this needs to be 3 seasons, I would say.
Yeah.
3 seasons.
But it's very good right now. Always. And people hate on this game for stupid bullshit reasons.
I think it's gotten love.
I think people now love it.
Yes.
They were just like yeah.
The IMDb rating went from 6.0 when it came out all the way up to like an 8.6.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And I think it's Raul Coley's favorite game.
No, that's Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's Red Dead 2, okay.
And Yakuza.
Oh, what?
The Yakuza game that came out like last year, he's apparently in love with it. So
Alright, I'm looking this up.
Raul Coley. But yes. So I'm very glad, because all the sentiment from the teaser trailer for Last of Us Part 2, when I was looking, it was all good vibes of just like, oh fuck, this season's gonna suck in like in a good way. Like, God, yes, this is gonna fucking suck to watch. But like, I didn't see anyone, like, thank God, 4 years later, not dogging on the game anymore over one decision, where it's like it literally made the game so much different and so much better because of that decision, in my opinion. Like, it's just Anyway, so been playing that on my off time. Been playing some Call of Duty because I have it for free. Sorry. And but Luke, Tony, and I are gonna get the new one coming out. And Luke and I have been playing some Warzone.
Wait, what's the new one called? I don't even know what it's called.
Black Ops 6.
They're on 6. What happened to 5? The 4th was the last.
That one was Cold War. Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, I didn't know Cold War was Black Ops 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Cold War.
Call of Duty is too confusing right now.
Oh my God, no! Call of Duty. I'm playing right now, and I'm enjoying this one because I didn't pay for it. But like, it fucking sucks. Everything's a disaster. Everything, the UI is just the worst. It's the worst. Nothing makes sense in any of it. Like, I'm talking about when you're in the actual game, I'm having fun. But holy shit, everything outside the game is like, this is the worst thing ever. So they better clean that up a little bit. But Luke and I were playing Warzone Resurgence, where it's like you come back after you die, so you could just run around and just like fuck around. And found out that's like Luke's probably that's like your favorite game to play right now, with all our stuff in rotation. Don't include golf with your friends because we haven't been doing it.
Golf with your friends one. Yeah, that was really fun. It was really fun playing with you and Tony.
Yeah.
Because I'm also, I can also kind of go mindless.
Yeah.
While just talking to you guys, and if I die, I come back. It doesn't hurt the team.
Yeah, like when we had the 10 kills and 25 redeploys from our deaths. That was good. So just a lot of video game kick right now, and also because that's kind of what we've been doing at night. Trinity's been watching. Oh, we've also been playing a game together, so a lot of games. But you guys know about that one. That one's Sackboy.
You played Astro's.
Ooh, Astro's Playroom I also did. That was also like a 2-hour game. I've been playing a lot of really short games that are like cute little things instead of like, well, Last of Us is the big one I'm playing.
Mark, we got on the PlayStation, and Katie, you know, it says like your friends are playing this. It said Mark's playing Sackboy. And Katie's like, what is that?
Yeah, it's a good game.
I was like, oh yes, he did tell us about Sackboy.
Yes, it was fun. That's a good game. And then movies. Well, I guess this isn't related to movies and stuff. We went to a D-backs game yesterday, and it was a very important game for us to win. We have to win, and they did win 8-2.
Nice.
Let's see. From the last time we did this. What was the last one? Oh geez, a lot of movies. We watched This Means War.
The
That's
Tom Hardy one.
Tom Hardy, Chris Pine, and Reese
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, Fragile Masculinity. Oh my god. Everything
wait,
is
What year is this made?
2012. Nice.
So they probably didn't kiss at the end.
No, but like they wanted to because they're best friends. And like, oh my god, they're actually in love with each other at the end, and they're just too afraid to make them kiss.
You know, if
Chris
the
Pine.
actors had their way, they would.
No, I was about to
Yes.
say, did Chris Pine and Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were
They
just
would've.
doing it. Yeah.
They
Um,
actually did do it. They just were like, cut that.
right,
cut it,
right.
cut it.
The
Yeah.
studio.
the ending got
They were
like
even on camera.
the ending got really wild, and the CGI was like not great, and I was like, this feels familiar, because it was directed by Mick G, director of both Charlie's Angels.
Dude,
yeah.
wait. Hold the phone. Mick G directed Charlie's Angels.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen one Mick G movie, and it was The Babysitter. And I was like not impressed with that movie. So
Gotta watch Charlie's
Charlie's
Angels.
Angels.
I
And
know.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't.
Oh,
skip that
Matt,
one.
you don't know who the
Some
bad
point.
guy is in Charlie's Angels. Full
Don't even
Throttle.
talk.
No,
about
don't even talk about it.
it.
Let
Let him
Did that
experience.
convince you to watch?
Yes.
So for This Means War, it was like they were pissing me off because and they were just not behaving well. Like neither one of them should have ended with her because they were awful. They should have ended together, but also they should end with nobody because they're both
Right.
spying
Well-
on her
well,
and
they're-
like what are you
They
doing?
deserve
Like
each other.
yeah.
Because they both suck.
They're both
ass.
CIA agents that use their
Ooh.
field skills to find out more about her and find out what the other one is doing with her. It was like
Ah, a little bit like Mark Corrigan.
No,
She's in
we're
one
not.
Peep Show.
We're not gonna bring up Mark
Um,
Corrigan.
Oh, we are. I thought
He's
about
a-
him a lot while watching this movie for some reason.
He's an honorable man.
Okay, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
So it was a fun watch. We'll say that because like
Mark-
I was like, but also the decision she made at the end. What?
Who'd
She
you choose?
spoilers for This Means War 2012. She chose Chris Pine, and he acted so much worse than Tom Hardy the whole movie. And like the whole thing was like she changed him, but like he treated her so much worse.
Oh no.
It was so weird.
That movie I remember seeing ads for, and I always got it mixed up with this movie that Katie and I have watched called Bride Wars.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And that's a better movie, I
Yes.
believe. And that's another one where they should have ended up together at the end, and it was cowardly to make them not.
Wait, were they both in 2012?
When was Bride?
Because if they're from the same year, something was going
Yeah,
on
it's
that
crazy.
year.
Yeah, we think it's like 2009.
Oh, okay.
I see.
It was pre.
And that one was written by June Diane Raphael, or co-written. Do you know who that is?
Yes, you told us.
No.
Burning Love.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's in it too. So anyway, I get that
Ooh.
confused with This Means War sometimes.
Speaking of Burning Love, Tom Hardy's character's ex-wife in it is Annie from Burning Love.
Ah,
Whoa. They are connected.
It's a shared universe.
Yeah, that it was a
War
very
universe.
2012 movie.
The
Very
war
2012.
universe of
That-
where
those
two
two in
leads
Civil
should have
War.
ended up together. Yeah.
Also, they like not tinted, but the what was it, color correction or whatever for the movie was intentional to make both their eyes be super blue to where it was like jarring. It was like jarring how blue they were. Like it was like Chris Pine's eyes are not that blue. I've seen Star Trek.
A man can only be handsome if he has blue eyes.
Oh my god, Luke, they were so blue. So then, but I mean, like, fun watch. Then we watched Psych 3, This Is Gus, best movie I've ever made. Then we watched Ella Enchanted.
Yes.
Good
Oh, yes.
movie.
And that's
That's a
yeah,
good movie,
good
guys.
movie.
That's good. That's gonna be a rewatch one.
Hugh Dancy in that
Yeah.
movie.
For some reason, like I think Donna had this on like VHS or something, and I always saw the cover and was like, "That looks like a bad movie." When I was a stupid little kid.
Whoa.
Listen, I was a stupid little kid, but I was like, I just want to watch. I want to watch. That looks like that. No, that looks like the bad version of Enchanted. You know, Ella Enchanted. What a
Oh,
ripoff,
yeah.
even though it came before and is a better movie.
What?
Wait,
Enchanted is good too.
hey, I didn't say it.
Last time you've
Yes,
seen
you
Enchanted?
fucking
I have no idea the last time, probably when it came out. But Anne Hathaway and Hugh Dancy, woo, wow,
Yeah,
it was such a good movie.
that's-
Yes, I very, very much liked it. I would rewatch it for sure. And I just love the fact that Hugh Dancy is just a good guy in it, and he like
And no
Oh,
ulterior
that's-
motive.
yes,
Yeah, he's
that.
just
yes,
yeah.
he's just a good guy. And then when he realizes that she's doing everything that he says, he's like, "Oh, I'm not being like I'm saying it like as a saying. You don't actually have to do what I'm telling you to do." When everyone
like,
else
"What are
just
you
uses it like, "Okay,
Wow.
yeah." She's like,
What's the plot of that
the
movie?
bare minimum.
the plot of the movie is that she has a spell
Snaps for
on
the
her.
man who does nothing.
Okay, but I've seen
So
other
many
2004
other
movies.
What was it 27 Dresses that we watched? Where it was the guy
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
James Marsden.
Um,
Yeah.
Good movie.
but Luke, she has a spell on her that like she has to do whatever anybody says. So then like her stepsister uses it to her advantage, just makes her do everything, and he'll be like, "Oh, don't say that," or just like an offhand thing, and then she'll just shut up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not being serious," and like will correct himself. I was like, "Oh, this guy," and I thought he was gonna be a butt at some point because that's always what happens. Is like then they're just awful at one point, but that was not the conflict. It was not him being awful at all. It was the fact that she was told to kill him by somebody else. So that was the conflict. Yes.
Oh, this is a great movie.
You know what I bet it was? I bet in the script he was supposed to be a butt at one point, and then they saw Hugh Dancy's face, and they were like,
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
dreamy. So
And then
dreamy.
Brian Fuller's like, oh.
And Brian Fuller was like, you know what I'm gonna do?
What an attractive couple
I'm gonna
people
give
right there.
This guy encephalitis so bad.
So bad he becomes a cannibal.
Now that's a show.
He got him.
You can't get much better than Anne Hathaway and Hugh Dancy. Like,
Yeah, no. Two favorite actors right there.
yeah, they're great. And so very impressed with that movie. Let's see. We watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Oh,
That's-
Finally.
I guess well, I mean, yeah, we could talk about it because we're not planning on doing anything unless we do at the end. But great movie. I really liked that. They're definitely all dating at the end.
Yes.
100%.
Legitimately, they all.
Wait, Matt, have you seen
Wait,
it?
but I haven't seen
Matt,
it.
no, wait,
I'm sorry.
Actually, let's not talk about it.
I'm
until
sorry.
we-
I thought you had seen it.
Honestly, that doesn't give anything away because that tracks. Yeah.
Just know they're all dating at the end. And then
Really
we were
same.
gonna watch something else, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm feeling right now, because Luke and I were just hanging out that night. I was like, we could watch another one or one of the 17 million action movies we have on our to watch list that we haven't even started. And I was like, I feel like they came together. And so Luke and oh man, this is a good movie, guys. It's one of my favorite movies. Man, the last joke of the movie just gets you real good, doesn't it, Luke?
Really good. Really good flick.
Oh my
I
gosh.
only regret showing you.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so annoying about it
Their
now.
fault.
It's so good. Oh man, that's like Kelly. Without the credits, it's an hour and 17 minutes.
Mark, I really like that movie.
I know, but
I'm
like
just.
you don't like it enough, you know? It's so good. Holy shit. I think it's because like it's just Wet Hot but a rom-com instead. Like Wet Hot humor put in a
Wet Hot
rom-com.
and your thing
Oh
together.
god, so
Because
good.
Wet Hot is nothing.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's just nothing.
What a solid movie. Just
All the way
especially
around, yeah.
all the way around, especially that one scene. And then we watched Shrek 2, which we'll talk about.
Yep.
But it's really good. Matt, your turn.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For TV shows, well, that's where I'll start, I guess. I finished Veep.
Oh.
and
Yes.
it was very good. Especially seasons 3 through 5, and then also 7.
Yeah, I looked at the
Yeah.
serialized ratings after you saw you rate it.
They
so
were
I saw
correct,
that
yeah.
they were all good, and then season 6 took a dip because season
It's-
5 was the highest, and then
Yeah.
it took a dip, and then season 7 was back up. So I was trying to
It was really good. I'm having to take like a full detox from anything political. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, same.
Wait, really?
Yes,
Because
I know
I,
we're
like,
on the stuff.
like,
That's
cut it
crazy.
off cold turkey.
I put
because I'm
all
like,
my
this is
you-
too- I
I
can't.
put all my YouTube videos that recommended to not interested because it was too much. Which is so
Dude,
funny because we got on the train at the same time. Both of us are like, "This is too much."
And
right
then we're
now."
both hopping off. I like deleted the podcasts I listened to. I'm like, I can't do it.
It's too
Um,
much.
But Veep, really good. All the characters are just, or most of them are just so awful. They're just so
Yes.
awful.
Well, Kelly's interested.
Yeah.
There,
There.
there is an actor that comes in for the last couple seasons that I think, especially Kelly, would be like, no way. But I don't
No
want
way
to.
it
it's Matt Berry. No way it's Matt Berry.
No, it's
Is
not
it
Matt
actually
Berry. I
Matt
can, no, I can confirm that.
I almost thought I got something.
Could you imagine? In case you ever want to watch it, I do have to.
Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you. I do want to warn you that the show can be a lot sometimes because you're like, oh Jesus Christ, they're all so awful to each
That's
other.
what I
That's
like.
no problem for Kelly. I was looking at their ratings, Matt, and
Yeah.
there was one that had a 4.79 on Serialized, and it was one person doing this or something. They had to testify or something, and it gave Succession vibes. And I was
It-
like,
oh
oh
my God,
DC.
this
yes, well, yeah, literally, because
So-
they're DC testifying is what it seemed like.
The part in Succession where they're reading the transcript and he goes,
Oh.
you can't make a Tomlet without cracking a few Gregs. It's that, but for a whole episode.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Okay.
people in depositions the whole time, just having to just be idiots. Yeah. So it gives Succession vibes sometimes, like big time, especially like the Succession episode where they do the election night. Is
I
basically
saw,
just
I saw a
Veep
picture.
style.
I saw a
Yeah.
picture of an
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, it's like that. What else? I am almost caught up on Only Murders in the Building now.
I
after
need to
today.
watch.
Is that season
Yeah,
4
that-
now?
Yes.
How are 1 through
Uh,
3? I know you liked 1. I didn't hear anything about 2 and 3.
I just watched it today. So, oh wait,
Oh,
you mean
seasons, yeah.
Oh, I enjoy all of them. I
Thank
think
you.
that, like, I don't know. Only Murders is the type of show where I'm just happy to just go along with
I
whatever
was
they're
just
doing.
gonna say the exact same thing.
okay,
I
that's
just
good.
usually
That's
just makes me
It's
smile.
silly. It's very silly, and it's just like whatever they want to do. Okay, like I'm on
Yes.
board.
Yes.
It's like sometimes it's a roller coaster because you're like, oh, that episode I feel like I didn't laugh as much, and the next
Yeah.
one they're just like doing the dumbest
I-
slapstick shit you've ever
Interesting,
seen.
because
I
the
feel like
oh sorry, go
yes,
ahead.
each season they have to do their individual storylines, and
Yeah.
so sometimes where there's an episode which just focuses on their individual storylines, it isn't as funny, and then the next episode
Right.
will be them all converging, and it's really good because it's
Yeah.
really dumb. And then they have to
It's
get into
real
the story again and the trauma.
When I
So-
watched the pilot, I thought it was good and I was kind of interested, but I didn't think it would like go that. It wasn't very slapsticky. Like the pilot
okay,
didn't seem that way.
by the end of season 1, it's
with the
so
dips.
physically
That's my
silly.
favorite joke
Yeah.
of the show. With
It's-
dips that I hope they keep bringing back.
They do occasionally mention dips a lot.
Like
Martin Short,
like the
dip.
the fucking dips that we used to get at the movie theater.
He survives solely on dip.
No, like
Oh,
hummus,
dip.
Mark.
I see.
Like hummus.
I thought
yeah.
dips because I
Well, it's any kind of dip, really. He just likes
Hmm.
dips.
interesting. Okay.
Anyway, I have fun with it. You know, some people are like, "Oh, this is not as good as that," and I'm kind of just been like, "Whatever, just take
Yeah,
it along."
Did you watch
Yeah,
The Bear
you and I
season
have
3?
to say-
I did.
Because I heard
Why?
people felt that way about The Bear season 3, that it wasn't as good.
So I think it's really good, but I understand the gripe people have where they think it feels like half of a season.
Oh, okay.
It very much feels like they went about halfway and were like, okay, we're gonna finish it next season, but like the actual stuff that was there was very good.
Okay, that's good to know. I haven't watched
at
it.
least
Actually,
that's why.
I would like season 3 the most.
I
That's
think it would
Atlanta.
really.
From
I think especially the
Coming
episode
from
that
Mom.
Io directs.
That's what Mom talked about.
Yeah.
Fourth
Yeah.
shit. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah. Though that show's really good. Okay, what else? Katie and I have been watching Survivor.
Yes.
If I told
Oh
you that.
yes.
Crazy. we're only watching. We just watched the last season, and we're just starting like this new season that just started airing. And this is the one where the guy that I like had listened to on the podcast is on it,
Nice.
and he gets out first.
No.
No spoilers, but like I got that spoiled for me immediately because they were just they're clowning on him now.
Who's this podcaster?
His name is John Lovett. He has a couple. He's a part of Pod Save America, which I am now no longer listening to, which is kind of funny. But he also has his own called Love It or Leave It, which is comedy about politics. But he has like a bunch of guest stars, and he did one that had Jennifer Tilly, and that's the one I sent to you guys at one time, where I was like,
"Oh right,
Jennifer Tilly's in this one." Anyway, it's Survivor. What else have we been watching? Is that about it?
Man, I like your sweatshirt.
Oh, thank you. Katie
on
got
it?
this for me a while ago. It's the Guardians logo. It's
Oh,
It looks really
Nice.
nice. Looks comfy.
embroidered. Thank you. It's
I think
very
I put
comfy.
those effects on.
We've also been watching The Amazing Race.
Yes. Oh, snaps to that. Right? Is it still good? I don't know. I remember.
It is.
liking it
I mean,
as
no,
young.
sometimes, The Amazing Race has always been gimmicky, but it's gimmicky in a way that I like because it's like showing us other places in the world. It's like,
Yes.
whoa.
I like that one.
Yeah, we really enjoy The Amazing Race. Yeah, I think that's about it for TV. For TV. And for movies, we watched most of Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
nice."
And then
Nice, that's a
I
good one.
fell asleep on the couch,
Nice.
so we didn't finish. Not a reflection on that movie. That movie is great, and Tim Curry voices Ben Ravencroft.
Ooh.
And the Hex Girls.
Yes.
Unironically, like if they were a real band, like that song they play, I'm
Absolutely.
like, that's a really good song. Like I
It's
would
like-
listen to that band.
It's like
Oh,
from Scott
I
Pilgrim.
listened to
Yeah.
I listened to
Yeah.
Ego, Matt, by
Did
Halsey.
you? How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. It's on my
Okay.
playlist now. Yeah. I also
Nice.
didn't realize I liked some songs by Halsey because I didn't know that they were by Halsey.
I don't
Like
know any
what?
other songs, but I know
Without Me?
Castle, which I like.
What,
What-
you say?
Was it Without Me or something like that? Without
I don't-
something?
I don't
Um,
know her music very well, if I'm being honest.
I downloaded 3 of her songs. One of them was Ego. I'll find them. Don't worry, because I also downloaded
Without Me is a song, yes.
Without Me, Ego,
This is-
and You Should Be Sad, were the ones I.
Nice.
And then I downloaded 2 Charlie XCX songs too.
Yes. Which ones?
And
Uh,
to be fair, I only listened to a couple and then downloaded a few, so I've not done my deep dive of like
Okay.
everything.
The
One of them was
thing is,
360
a
from
nice-
Brat,
Yes. Yes.
and then the other one was Guess featuring Billie
Yeah.
Eilish.
Oh, I prefer it without Billie Eilish.
Oh, I didn't know that I didn't. I only listened to
I'm
that
not saying
one.
that you can't like
No, no,
that.
I know,
Just
I-
think it's interesting.
I haven't listened to the one without Billie Eilish. I thought she was just naturally on like the
Oh.
original song. I know it was like a added feature.
The original guest though, that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Who's the
I
original
love that
guest?
one. It's just without Billie Eilish.
Oh, I see. Got it. I thought you were saying
No, no,
somebody
no,
guessed.
not the
No, no,
remix.
Guess.
Yeah.
Original Guess.
Got it. Got it.
No.
After that, so we watched Shrek 2, which we will talk about. And then we watched Happy Death Day to You.
Ooh,
Yes,
good
and
movie.
snaps all around.
Okay.
Yes, on that
Yes,
one.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
This movie doesn't get enough love. This
Yeah.
has a
Agreed.
2.7
Whoa!
on Letterboxd. So not 2.7 on
Four of
IMDb. I
Our
was
Happy
like,
Death Day to You stance.
There's no way.
Yeah,
if
I
that comes
was
out this year, it's got to be. If it
It's
came out in
fun,
2024, it would be
okay.
higher.
It's gotta at least have a
Mark
3.0.
my words.
Silly.
3.0 for
it's
one. Yeah.
so silly. I appreciate how silly it is, and the fact that they made it like sci-fi.
Yes.
Like,
It's
Okay.
so overcomplicated. The second
Yeah,
one.
it's
It doesn't have to be.
As soon as I knew that they were like overcomplicating it and like explaining why it happened in the first one, I was like, oh hell yeah. let's
Yeah.
go.
Yes. That's a good movie.
We really did have a fun time with that. That's one we had been looking for before, and it was never free, and they just put it back on Max. And we were
Nice.
like, oh,
I might have to watch that again. It's a good movie.
it's fun. I think that's it for. Is that it for movies? That's it for movies, and for books, I've read all of like 3 pages.
Nice.
So don't
That's
even,
what I'm
don't even
Yep.
ask me about it.
It's not reading season.
It's
literally
I'm
is.
having
It is.
I'm having
Technically follow now.
I'm having so much trouble reading.
Yeah.
I can't get myself to focus.
I think it's
can't do
when
it.
I'm the same where I'm like, if I have something else, when I start reading, I'm like, I want to do that other thing. But when I'm in my reading things, I do that with reading where like, I think I'm going to go to the room and read. Like, I'm watching TV, I'm like, I think I want to read after this episode. But now I'm like, I'll pick up the book and be like, I could be playing Last of Us 2. I could be doing something else. I could cry right now
Yeah.
playing Last of Us.
It's really funny, Mark, that we get into these similar cycles at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
see.
really weird.
It's very strange.
Uh,
Or political. The political cycle, I did not expect that because I had just
That was-
deleted everything.
Isn't
So.
that crazy? I don't know. It almost like I don't know. It's very funny. Okay, whose turn is it now?
Luke's.
Kelly.
Luke.
Luke.
Kelly, I like your pumpkins on the thing blanket.
My
Pants.
it's my
Oh, look at that.
pajamas.
Wonderful.
I love my socks. They have
So
spikes.
Halloweeny. I like
Thank
it.
you. And my Twilight shirt. Whole outfit from Target.
Nice.
You're on the red carpet and you're like, "This is by Target."
It's from Target. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you wearing?
Who are you wearing? Target.
Target.
Target. Okay. So I was dog sitting, and they have YouTube TV,
Oh.
and so I turned on the Portlandia channel because that's what I tend
Yeah.
to do. There's
Good.
people up there.
Good.
And I was watching an episode, and who should appear in the episode but Matt
Matt Berry.
Berry?
Yep.
I
That's why you guessed him.
yeah, probably. It's
He's on your mind.
Of course.
I also keep on forgetting that Kyle MacLachlan is the
Yep.
mayor,
Yes.
and there's an episode that starts off and it's just wild, and it's him. I don't know, it was him. That's a good show. That's a good
Yes.
show. And then the movies. Since I was dog sitting, I decided to watch horror movies,
Oh.
and one that would disturb me very badly. It's called The Wailing, and it's a Korean horror movie from 2016, and it is very good. It is a very good movie.
Gonna freak you out.
Yes, very
Okay.
good.
Who is that? A known director or no?
I
It's not Bong Joon-ho or something, right?
no.
Okay.
Well, it's very good.
Okay.
I recommend it, but it is 2.5 hours of really good horror, so it's scary,
Hmm.
but it's really good.
Oh my god.
The last shot, the last scene, because you're second guessing everything in the last scene because you don't know what's real and what isn't, and then you're second guessing it, and then when you realize what is the true answer, you just feel awful, and he does it so well, and the actors are so good. And then the next night, I saw the TV Glow.
Oh, you did.
They put it on Max,
Oh,
and I
wow.
liked it a lot.
Okay.
That's from like this last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Luke,
Yeah.
assign us. Would I like it or would I not? Cause I didn't like the trailer, but I liked the vibes. No. Yeah, that's a no.
I would think
I would get
actually
annoyed.
because I think about yes. Well, yeah, because I thought. Well, but the thing is that you kind of are supposed to, because like
I see.
she's obsessed with the show, but the show's an allegory for something else. But even at the start, you're like, even Owen is like, oh, like okay. But I don't know. Definitely in tier rankings, I'm number one. You would still be two.
Okay.
So, but I liked it a lot.
Luke, speaking of movies that had trailers that were bad, but apparently good movies.
Well, I'm not saying the trailer was bad.
It was just
I just didn't.
I-
it was
yeah.
It's specific things that I'm a bitch.
I'll say I was not interested by the trailer, so that's part of the reason I said that, Kelly, not just from what you said, because I was like, eh. But Luke, apparently Transformers 1 is getting really good
yeah,
ratings.
that's good ratings.
But the trailer fucking
was bad.
sucked. It was really
Well,
bad.
what can
I
you
remember
do?
the trailer.
I heard someone who went and they said that they would give the trailer a 3 out of 10 and they would give the movie an 8 out of 10. I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
That's
I'm so
pretty
hyped
okay.
now, Luke. We're seeing that next week.
We also Joker 2 comes out next week.
I don't care,
Oh,
Luke. We're seeing Transformers.
Anyway, I saw the TV Glow. It's a very good movie. I reckon. Well, I really liked it.
Okay.
It's definitely Like,
But you don't recommend, or
You
I recommend it. I recommend it, but I don't know how some people will like
I get
it.
what
It's
you're
a very
saying. Yeah.
specific movie. Um, and then I think it's just books. So I finished House of Leaves. I even brought them out. But bam!
Right.
I had a paper in here with my theories. I had a paper in here. I had a Dakota letter.
Ooh.
You know how I said last time, I think I know what's happening?
You didn't.
No. I was forgetting crucial details that might override that. But it's really cool because there was like one thing I thought was like, okay, I think this means something because there isn't this thing. But then at the end it says contrary evidence, and then there's just 2 pages of pictures that made me question. I was like, oh, wait a second. What does this mean? I really liked this book. I also think this might have been his debut,
Really?
which is crazy.
What a way to debut.
And then I've finished a book called Blackwater Rising by Attica Locke, and it is very good. She is a mystery author, and so there's the Edgar Awards that give awards for mystery books, and this got nominated for Best First Novel. Tana French's In the Woods won for Best First Novel, so I was like, okay, so I'll find another author on this list, and I'll start from her beginning.
Smart.
And it was very good. And so now, yes,
So you're actually reading and finishing books. What is that like?
very good. You
Sounds
just
hard.
gotta try it.
Sounds hard.
Now I'm at a question because it's almost October, spooky season, and the Salem's Lot movie is coming out. So I was like, oh, I'll read Salem's Lot, which I think I will do
Yes.
anyway. But I'll only want to read this when it's nighttime, I think. Although a lot of it is set during the day, and a lot of the creepiness happens because of stuff during the day, so that maybe it's okay. So I don't know. Maybe this will be read at night, and then I have these 2 books called No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai that Bernie recommends a lot. He's been wanting me to read this book forever.
Okay.
So,
Luke, if you want to borrow my old copy of Salem's Lot, you can read that if it'll make the vibes creepier.
Is it falling apart?
It's like worn like an old book,
Oh, I like
and it's a hardcover.
Oh, is it having the original?
I think this was the
Where
first.
it's in
This
the
was
circle? What's in the
not
O?
the first printing, but it was like within the first year of it coming out or something like that, like second printing or something like that. Oh, let me find it. Keep talking.
I was reading comments on the trailer, and they were talking about the book, and they were like, to me, so to some people, that his most creepiest book to them was Salem's Lot. Which is interesting because somebody said Pet Cemetery, The Shining, and Salem's Lot, and I do remember I really liked this reading it the first time more than I expected because I always heard this was like it was good, and I read it and I loved it. So I don't know. And the window scene, of course, is the part I always talk about. And then there's a comment for the miniseries that came out in the 90s that they were like, if you had seen the window scene as a kid in the 90s, that is the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Nightmares.
So
this one, so it says, it doesn't say anything, like it just says 1975, but it doesn't say first printing, and it would say first printing if it was the first printing, but it sounds like it came out then, so it's like it's worn like an old book.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. And it's got
And then like I mean basic hardcover,
Yeah,
but
no.
like it has the old school, so you're welcome to read this copy if you want, Luke.
Thank you.
It definitely has
That's-
smaller words, and it's a lot less pages because of that. So
That's fine. Yeah. What's interesting about this one is this is the same type of cover as the Shining book that I have, like same
yeah,
publishing.
yeah.
And the Shining, and I actually like the size of these books. I actually like this a
Me
lot.
too.
But
Yeah.
and it is really put together well. I don't know,
Mm.
just this. But it has Salem's Lot typed in typewriter a bunch of times, and it has that on the Shining. And I was like, oh, did they put that on the Shining? Because he's a writer. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But really, they would just be putting that on there because of the movie scene. So I was like, is that why? But they also have it on Salem's Lot cover. So I don't
That's
know.
weird. What? I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, so that
Isn't he an author in Salem's Lot as well?
They all are.
You are.
All
I mean, sorry,
of
yes,
his,
he is.
his
You are
writers
correct, Mark. You are
authors.
correct. So it's just that he isn't.
Yeah, that
writing
wasn't a
in
hard
the book.
guess.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think he writes in the book, but is writer.
Didn't he go there because he wanted to write a book? Wasn't that like the main plot? Was like he was originally going
Yeah.
back to
About the
write about
house.
it, to write about the Marston
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
You're right. See, I'm forgetting. It's been
James
5 years.
Marston House.
I mean, I'm the one who read it the most recent. so.
Hey, that was a
It's
good
been
one.
5 years. That's why I got to reread it. So anyway, the other option's no longer human, and all the light we cannot see.
Oh my god.
Oh boy! And then are you gonna watch the movie, or have you already seen it?
Is it a movie?
It's a
Or
show.
is
It's
it
a
a show?
miniseries.
You
Yeah.
get like the guy in it.
Yeah,
is
with the guy.
Lewis.
Yes.
Lewis Hoffman himself. I think I'll like. I don't know. This won the Pulitzer, so it's
Oh
good.
wow! I didn't realize that. Goodness.
At least I think it did.
Oh.
It
just
won
go
an
with it.
award. I think it was. a Pulitzer.
It would
Okay.
probably say it on the cover.
Well, see,
Right?
it says National Book Award. Yeah, see, that's why I thought. That's why I said I think, because
Because it doesn't say that, does it?
I'll look it up while you go. Anyway, that's it.
Okay, damn.
Oh no! That is not it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to. Oh, and the movies I watch with Mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
Luke,
it?
I will look it up while you keep
I think it did
Oh,
win the Pulitzer. I
Luke,
think
we
it-
forgot to mention we watched
Yeah,
2 episodes of
winning.
Eric Andre.
Eric Andre show.
Oh, Mark's favorite episode.
Have you
we
gotten to
watched.
my favorite
No.
part yet?
Yes, your favorite part is in his least favorite episode of the show so far.
That's my favorite bit.
What was the bit?
The kidnapping.
That's my child.
That's my favorite bit.
Was that the one where he was like, "What are we doing here?" When we're there on the park? Because this season he's broken
No.
character more than that wasn't
Uh,
the same thing. Okay.
This
I
bit
can't differentiate what happens in
This
one
is the
episode.
one where it was the 3. They were influencers basically, or something, like,
Oh my god,
and they first kicked the guy on the ground, which I think was an actor, had to be.
it
Right?
had to be.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a-
and then
all-
the kidnapped child.
the kidnapped child's my favorite. My favorite episode though is Who Killed Hannibal.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one was the interview was so just like they were going even
Fucking-
overboard on their standards with the interview in that episode.
922.
My least favorite
Wait.
episode so far.
With your favorite part, with the kidnapped child.
Wait, why is it your least favorite?
Just
They
the
were-
interview
It
was
too
like
much for
so much. It was like more than they usually go. It was like it was egregious in this episode. It was like they're going too far.
And
But it wasn't even too far what they're doing. It just wouldn't stop. It just kept going, and it was like, oh my god, guys. Yeah. But then the episode after that, real solid episode. So. Okay, Kelly, your turn. Sorry.
Wait, sorry.
It's not done.
It arrived on my stoop today.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh my
That
gosh.
actually will lead me into my.
Boom, 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 boom. So, anyway, this will get put on Fandango at home.
Does it have one? I don't think it said digital.
No.
Oh.
No.
It doesn't. It didn't say digital.
They're
gotta pass
being
it back
they're being
physically.
butts now. They're being butts now.
That sucks.
It's okay. The Blu-ray
Oh!
the Blu-ray is basically useless. You could just throw that Matt's way.
I'll throw it to you, Matt. Look at this in bonus features. The clues, the evidence. What does that mean? I'll have to see. Okay.
Matt's the only one who hasn't seen it, right?
Yep.
That's lame. Yeah, they're starting to do that where now it's like you still pay the $30 for it, but you don't get the digital. Now it's like, bro, What?
If I'm paying $30 for a movie, you better give me like a film reel in there, you know? Like, I don't know.
yeah,
buy
but I'm still
movies.
trying to support physical media because like
Oh,
that one
whatever.
time Luke and I had the power go out or like the internet go out, and I was like, man, we need some physical media.
Oh man, it's nice to have. I don't, unless I'm buying things like secondhand DVDs from the 90s. I don't have the money to be spending
That's fair.
$30 on movies.
That's fair. You gotta pick and choose.
Yeah.
Which Luke, I gotta buy Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah.
As soon as that goes on sale, Black Friday sale, I'm buying that.
I
That's
never
that one's
buy
in the cart.
movies because Mark, well, buy them. So Long Legs was my
yeah.
one.
That was your own one.
Oh no, yeah. Okay, Kelly. Yes.
Okay. Well, speaking of long legs, I've been listening to a lot of T-Rex lately, and I don't know why.
Mhm.
What? What?
The 70s band?
yes.
Like Bang
Oh,
a Gong?
Which song did they sing
Yes.
in the movie?
That's well, it's heavily
Yeah.
featured in the movie.
Okay. I don't know music. So I don't.
Anyway,
remember.
I've been listening to a lot of T-Rex lately.
Nice.
Cannot tell you why. Also, Day Matrona, the day after we talked about them, released a cover of "Kiss" by Prince, and it
I
fucking
saw that.
rules.
Okay. The
It's awesome.
I think
love
I've
it.
listened to it. Yes, it was very good.
It's
I
cool that
think I
they're like
listened to it.
constantly putting out stuff. You know, because they're so small. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if there was like big gaps.
I
That's
don't
good.
know when For Your Sins came out this year. I don't know if it was at the beginning of the year or
Oh, okay,
not.
right.
But
Still.
anyway, I really liked that cover. I think that's it with music. Movies, I think the only thing is Shrek 2, and I watched that less than 2 hours ago.
I knew it.
Actually, probably
Yeah,
more.
It's fresh.
I knew it.
How'd you know it?
I had a feeling. I was walking like 2 hours before, and I was like, Kelly's probably watching Shrek 2 right now.
Kelly, I'll have to ask you after you're done if you had any psychic connection, supernatural stuff happen on Saturday night,
Saturday Night, like the movie that's
like the movie that's coming out.
coming out?
Or something
I did
happened
have a fucking weird ass dream last night.
last
Really?
night. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it
I kinda
podcast
did too.
appropriate?
I don't know. I can only remember bits and pieces.
Hmm.
But no, actually, no, it's not.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Hey, oh,
What happened?
update.
Tell us
I
what you wanna
got
say
it.
about it. Yes.
What?
Update what?
What, Luke?
Just continue
Okay.
talking. I'll tell you.
What happened?
I won't tell you, but I'll tell you.
Yes. You got a what?
I got a D on my midterm,
Oh no.
but then I
I'm so
revised it
sorry.
and got an A.
Oh.
Oh, oh wow.
That's
That's
allowed,
really cool,
alright.
actually. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
sure.
So you got a-
What
And all, yeah.
that wasn't the one that you wrote you had to write a paper about the yellow wallpaper, was it?
Yeah, that was. I got a
Good.
D on it, and then I got an A. Well, because I did it completely fucking wrong. Because I've been way too busy, and it's
Oh.
way too much, and I just
I was like,
bullshitted. Well, no, I didn't bullshit because I actually cared about what I was talking about. But
I was gonna say, I was like,
I
I
just
feel like
did
you
it
had a
not
strong
how he
grasp.
said to how
Yeah.
to do it.
Okay, I was like, you seemed like you really got what the yellow
Well,
wallpaper was
it
going
seems
for.
like he let you revise it because he probably was like, oh, she
I just did it wrong.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And
Well,
then I
that's
got
good.
an A on it.
Yeah.
Also, what's your guys' guess to how many floors I climbed yesterday?
Oh, we at work.
22.
Yeah. What?
22.
Okay, Matt.
Do we even have that big of a building in Sierra Vista? I don't know.
40.
Or
44.
really? There's a building that tall?
No,
It's
it's
not
just
at the
going up
same
and
time,
down.
up
You
and down.
fucking dumbass.
Okay. But in my defense,
What?
how many floors did I climb? I
What
immediately
am I
think
supposed to say? How many
all at
floors? How many?
Flights?
What
No, but that's the
flights
same thing.
did I? What do you? What? How should I?
I don't know.
phrase it?
I think usually if you say how many floors did I climb, but
Luke,
Well, what
I
should I have
understand.
said?
No, you said the right thing, but I understand
Yeah,
your
you did.
confusion too, Luke. Because like on fitness things, they say how many flights, like how many floors have you climbed today, and that's just like cumulative. It's not
I see.
all at once. Yeah.
Also, you
Um,
just fully said the name of the town.
Nobody's listening.
I
Nobody
know.
No.
I
know. I know. I
Um,
also realized after I said it.
Oh, we also have an update that I wanted to tell you. Katie reminded me to tell you. When we were sick, when we were both sick, we built a little fort tent and slept in
Oh
it for
my
2
God.
nights.
Good.
Nice.
That's good. Yes.
It was a lot of fun. I woke up not being able to feel my arms.
Yep.
You know how you lay on it and you're like, oh, this is useless now.
Yep.
But it was fun. The cats did not know what to do, but I think they were excited about it.
Mark, do we need a pause?
I mean, if you guys are still in the middle, like you guys can keep talking. I'm just hearing the juiciest drama I've ever heard in my entire life.
Sorry.
Just the juiciest drama I've ever heard. So that's why I'm enthralled into it. I'm so sorry. I can pause it if you guys are ready to talk about the movie, though. But if you guys are still talking,
you're fine. We want to
Okay.
make sure.
Well,
no,
I
we haven't gotten there yet. I'll be right back. It's just like 30 seconds. I gotta know what happened.
Okay, Kelly, did you mention what you had watched TV wise, or have you?
No, that's what I was waiting for. Well, one of the updates I need Mark.
Okay.
But I'm halfway through season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows with Mom and Dad. We just watched Night Markets. Night
Ooh,
Market. Yes. Our
nice.
the next episode is Private School, which is the episode that Io Debris wrote, which
Yes.
is one of the best episodes of the whole show.
That too was like right when she was on the cusp of really exploding, but it was still beforehand, so that was crazy. I need a recommendation from you guys.
Okay.
I'm getting to the point where I need like another comedy show. And I wanted
Reno
I just want
911.
ideas.
Mhm.
Come on.
Because like
No.
I remember you guys talking about Vice Principals, and I was like,
We haven't seen it yet.
I started watching the first like 2 minutes and was like, I don't know if I want this right this second, and I like
That's a good
I don't know.
sign, Kelly.
No, I swear to you,
Well-
there was nothing about the episode. It was just, you know, if you ever get in that feeling where you turn something on and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I am not in the headspace to focus right
Well,
now.
I actually have
you
a
know?
recommendation because I just watched a whole new show. But
Really?
also
Okay.
there is always Search Party. Just
Oh,
saying.
Church Party.
yes,
that's
Matt.
right.
We haven't finished.
Where
They
is
have
that
one
one?
season left, max.
Max. Okay, thank you. That's an option. Once I finish a
Well-
show, sometimes I'm like, God, I like watching comedies because they're short and
Yeah.
they make you laugh.
Look,
But
the
like,
arc of season 4 was just so good. We had to take
We also,
months.
like I said, I was like, I felt like season 4 was a series
That was
finale
that was
until
the
final
series.
scene. Yeah. So
But still, but the arc
yeah,
was really important.
of one specific character.
Yes. Who probably never shows up again.
No.
Okay, Matt.
yes.
I just watched a show as 6 episodes. It's called Phantasmus on Max.
Phantasmus?
Yeah.
Spelled with an F or a PH?
F.
Phant-
It I really liked it. I would highly recommend it. It's
oh, it's like
this-
new.
even a little bit too chronically online and mentally ill for me. I loved it.
Oh, this is the guy from Problemistas.
Yes, he
Yeah,
made the
what
show.
is this
Yes.
guy? Julio Torres.
Julio
okay,
Torres, yeah.
I didn't know his name, but I know his face. Okay.
Yes, and I don't want you to look at anything with the cats, Luke.
He probably already was.
No, I was
Did
scrolling.
you?
So no, I didn't know. I just saw him.
I highly recommend it. It's
I'm so sad.
it's just like people. It has a through storyline, but also full of people who can't stop doing bits.
Oh gosh.
So
Search Party.
so well, no,
Okay,
you'll see.
interesting.
You'll see.
Oh,
It's just
gosh,
like
okay.
what was the show that was like? It's like it's not. It doesn't take place in like our reality. Like
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
okay.
little bit inspired by Twin Peaks, probably.
Oh.
But stupid. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
And then the
You're
most
really-
important. Yes.
You're really
I
making a
loved
pitch
it.
for this show.
I
yeah.
loved it. But I watched that whole thing because it was only 6 episodes. And the most important thing, Mark, that I wanted you to hear.
Yeah, sorry.
Is that no, you're good. Is that Maya and I have been watching True Blood.
Was it?
Which
boy.
True Blood?
Oh, wait, sorry. Repeat the whole thing. It cut out and I heard True Blood.
Maya and I have been watching True Blood.
Oh, nice. I watched one episode of that.
Which I didn't realize. What I didn't realize about the show is that it's bad. I didn't realize that show is god awful.
Is it
See-
really? I have no
It's
idea.
one
about
of the worst written things
It
I've ever
promotes
watched.
it like it's like a because it's an HBO thing. It promotes it like it's elevated Vampire Diaries or you know like that. It's not.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
it's like a little bit better than Vampire Diaries quality, but not much.
Vampire Diaries is worse than this.
Yes. No, it is. It is.
Dude. Okay.
But I only watched one episode, so I don't really know. They were trying to put their best foot forward with the pilot.
Apparently, according to Maya, because they're in season 2,
Okay.
it gets a lot easier to watch in season
Okay.
2.
Okay.
But
I remember
still,
the first
we like
episode
to watch it
was
because it's bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, okay, okay.
I have a lot of thoughts about it. It has a 7.9 on IMDb.
Oh.
I,
People like
so
like
I
it.
thought
yeah.
it.
But
I thought
like
it was good.
Vampire Diaries has like an 8.3.
Holy holy shit. Okay.
Wait.
People are just
The
horrible.
originals does. Sorry,
Do you
let me
guys
check
ever-
what Vampire Diaries does.
Do you ever do that? There are shows where it's like I've tried to watch a show that has like an 8.8 on IMDb, and I'm like, I think
Yeah.
this writing is kind of bad. What's happening?
Vampire
do I
Diaries
just not like this?
Has
You
a
know?
7.7. 7.7. So it
Dude,
does have a lower
both-
rating.
Both Vampire Diaries and True Blood are rated higher than Interview on IMDb.
That's
Yeah, I know.
crazy.
How
That's
insane is that?
7.3 for
People are
interview is
homophobic.
crazy.
Anyway,
The writing is like poetic.
yeah,
Come
it's
on,
one of the
people.
best written shows I've ever seen in my life. And then it's True Blood.
True Blood has Midnight Mass has a 7.7, so it has the same.
Ooh,
So-
this is a tough one.
There's
You're saying
certain
7.7 is higher than Interview?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Once Upon a Time has a 7.7. That's one of the
It's
I've heard
worst.
that
insane.
show is
People like what they
bad.
like.
That's one of
I
the
just
worst.
What they
wish-
like,
I
but
just wish some
Interview
shows
is
were rated
rated-
higher.
Yeah,
And so
just
Midnight
that.
Mass is
It's
rated
Just-
insane
Yeah.
that, yeah. Anyway.
Interview is a 5-star, like a Michelin star 5-course meal, and people
Yeah.
are like, I want the wet scrambled eggs from the hotel bar.
I get that
Yeah,
too,
make
though.
Louis a slave owner again. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I didn't say it.
Oh my god.
Okay, lots of feelings about True Blood. Oh my god. So I'm addicted to it, right? But I also cannot stand it. And also, okay, it is a CW show with an HBO budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's too graphic for me.
Oh.
Like,
Not gore
with
wise,
kills?
sex
Or-
wise.
oh, okay.
No, I love whenever it gets
Oh.
bloody because they never like to get bloody, at least at this point. I love when it
Wait.
gets bloody. The
When did
sex,
this start airing?
2008?
Yeah, that
Same
was.
year as Twilight.
That's actually kind of earlier than I thought. I was like, the Game of Thrones years also got too graphic for me
It-
sometimes, where I was like, oh my god.
Like,
I liked
and
when
this
it
is
slowed
Maya
down with
and
it.
me-
Yeah,
This is Maya and me watching the show, and we skip through those scenes.
like that
like,
must be a lot.
it's
Yeah.
So fucking graphic, it makes me sick sometimes. I don't
Yikes.
want to see it. I want to see them bite each other, but I don't want to see the
Oh,
sex part. Anyway, so yeah, we're watching. I'll keep you updated on my True Blood journey because I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. I need to get to Evan Rachel Wood
What?
playing
in that
a
show?
bisexual vampire.
What?
Yeah, she's like the queen or something.
I did not know this.
I gotta
Okay,
continue
Alex-
this.
That's crazy.
I just got to the episode where Alexander Skarsgård gets introduced, and his hair
What?
is so bad. It
I thought
gets
he was in
better
it from the
after
beginning.
Season 1. Well, no, it's like episode 4 of season.
Oh, okay, I see.
We're
What
only-
does his hair look like?
Okay, it's a god awful long wig. It's
Oh.
like swooped over 2008 style. This as soon as the second season happens, his hair is cut short and and he's really hot. But
Thank God.
it's so bad. And also
Wait,
the
how
main
long are we talking?
vampire. It's like right here. You have to see it because it's swooped over and that's what makes it bad.
Oh, it's
I
like it
don't-
doesn't
I
look like
long
Lestat.
hair. No,
Yeah, I was
because
like,
that's
okay.
beautiful.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's a good way to do it.
No, and it has to be a wig.
Okay.
Okay, you have to see it. But what was I gonna say?
Don't bite me. Don't bite
What was
me.
I gonna say, guys?
His hair, I don't know.
We were talking about his hair, about how bad it is. Evan Rachel Wood.
You
It's
got it.
insane,
Anna
like,
Paquin,
then-
Trick or Treat.
Guys, I really like Anna Paquin.
Yeah.
Her acting is not good in the show,
Oh no.
which is insane. 'Cause she won an Oscar at like 11, and it's
Yeah,
because
what-
the writing, what they give her, is so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I figured out what I was gonna say. Alexander Skarsgård's name in the show is Eric, not even with a K.
That's what you wanted to.
He's 1,000 years old, apparently, according to Maya.
And
which
it's
is
Eric with a
insane.
C?
There's no way.
Also, the main vampire guy is the most boring vampire I've ever seen in my goddamn life. They need to start letting vampire protagonists be nasty again. His name is Bill, and he was also a Confederate soldier.
Oh my god.
What's going on
what
with
is
that?
And he's
common
so
theme.
boring. And he always tucks in his shirt. However, the way he stands, so funny. There's a shot in the first episode. It's in Anna Paquin's dream. Also, her name is Sookie. not like Suki
Suki.
Waterhouse, but with 2 O's. Anyway,
Oh,
and an
interesting.
E at the end. Anyway,
Oh.
there's a scene, she's dreaming, and she looks out the window, and it's literally the shot from Halloween, but he's standing so fucking funny. Anyway, ugh, boring. But finally he bit her, and things were finally getting interesting.
Yeah.
But that's the last episode that I watched.
Mm.
Her grandma... Never mind, are you gonna watch it?
Tell me.
I'm not.
Tell me right now.
Her
I need
grandma
to know.
gets murdered, and then she eats half a pecan pie that looked disgusting, even though I love pecan pie. It looked rotten. And then she dresses up in a white gown, and she goes and runs and has sex with Bill, and then he bites her.
Right after her grandma dies.
Well,
And you're saying
it
this
was
is
through
a
the
bad
process.
show.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Well, this is, you see, I'm addicted to it. I'm
Mhm.
Right, of
addicted
course.
to it
That makes
because
sense.
it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, naturally.
She can read minds. That's the plot of the show. Because
Oh.
that she can read minds because she's half fairy.
What?
That doesn't get
Did I watch
resolved
this first
until
episode?
later.
What the fuck?
What?
No, it's not in the first
Okay,
episode.
what the fuck?
These are all spoilers that I've learned from
Did you need
Maya.
this one?
This sounds like Once Upon a Time. Like
Yeah.
it's similar.
But it's like I hate when they try to make vampires palatable. Like
It's
Edward.
like just make them gross.
Well, Edward was
yeah.
a freak. Edward
Yeah.
was a freak.
Yeah,
actually.
Edward
was weird.
was.
Edward was a freak. But oh yeah, okay. So it takes place in Louisiana, and the opening. Let me tell you though, the opening, the most insane opening to a show I've ever seen. The song goes so hard. Some of the visuals. Questionable and should not be there, but it's one of the
Okay.
best openings I've ever seen because it's like a mix. Even okay, the opening is like Southern Gothic mixed with like modern trashy, and I love it. But I just wish they would add the Southern Gothic in the show instead of just all completely modern trash. It takes place in Louisiana, and there's no Southern Gothic, and it sucks.
Why even set it in Louisiana if you're not gonna go with the gothic look, right? Because like that's
Everyone's-
all of them, you know.
Everyone's accent is insane.
Oh, is it
It's
like
they make them
French?
go over the top. No, it's
Okay.
just like us trying to do a southern accent, like a
Oh,
like a
that'd be
cartoon
bad.
southern accent.
Like
Yeah.
Longhorn Leghorn? He's like,
A
I say
little
it.
It's honestly, it's okay. Every time in the middle of an episode, struggle to get through. Can't help but press play on the.
You
next
have to,
episode.
yes. Yeah, exactly, yes. Well, I'm gonna eat that show up. I was just glad that it was
I don't
12
know.
episodes
I don't
instead of
know.
24 because, like, I just prefer 12 episode season stuff.
Yeah.
The 24 just kills me.
I'm
For
just,
so much.
it's too much.
Yeah.
The episodes. I can't believe they're fucking an hour long. Anyway,
Oh, they're an hour.
and
But
nothing
they're only,
happens.
like, They're
Nothing
only seven-
happens.
Wait.
Sounds
Things
right.
are only
Once you-
starting to happen now.
So, Kelly, that
Once you
reminds.
skip past the sex scenes, is it like 17 minutes?
Yes, it's so
Okay.
serious. There's one character. That's all he's there for.
So we
Poor guy.
were watching originals, right? And because we took a break to watch Psych, and then we went back because I like originals more than Vampire Diaries, but we went back and watched one episode, and I was like, both of us afterwards, after watching Psych and like how quickly paced everything is, it was just plot and exposition the entire episode that we came back to, and we were like, holy shit, that felt so fucking long. And it was the same amount of Psych, but it felt like 3 episodes worth. So we're gonna power through it because we only have 26 episodes left, but it was like
Oh, that's.
you have to be in it because like when we were doing Vampire Diaries and then originals after, it was like fine, but then once we were like doing Psych, you know, one of the greatest
wanna
things
do
ever
Psych,
made,
yeah.
then
That's
like going back to it, it was kind of like, oh my god. So the way that Kelly feels of like nothing happens, we were watching one, we were like, holy shit, literally nothing happened at all. They just talked the entire episode.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, but like good things. Alexander Skarsgård, named Eric, a 1,000-year-old vampire, owns a vampire nightclub like Nadja.
Ooh, what's it called?
Or what's
Fang. I'll get
his
back to you on
Fangoria.
that.
It's just
No,
called Fang.
that's a Mac. Yeah. I'll get back to you on that. But then it got rated.
I like
Okay,
By the
ATF
FBI.
or what? Yeah.
like it was a gay bar in the 30s. That's what
It
it
was
was.
Stonewall.
Also, yeah. Okay, listen. The plot of this show doesn't make any sense. They're it's fantasy racism, you know, where they're like
I
trying to
don't know.
tackle
What do you mean?
racism using like
No,
fantasy
yeah,
stuff, but
that's
it
actually-
doesn't correlate.
It's a lot
see.
in that stuff, in like vampire stuff.
Also, sucks. I hate that the vampires are just like out in the open. Like people know about vampires.
What?
That's no fun.
I don't know why, but I
What?
hate it. And there's this thing called True Blood. That's what it's the thing where it's
Oh,
a
that's the name of
synthetic
the
blood.
show.
Yeah. Where it's a thin synthetic blood that vampires can drink, and it's just like, ugh, boring. Let them be nasty and kill people, please.
Oh, it's like in oh, sorry.
No,
Yes.
sorry, go ahead.
It's like in Vampire Diaries, they do blood bags that they steal from hospitals, so it doesn't show every character kill someone all the time, because it wants to like write out the difficulty for having like 7 characters do that, like struggle with that, who are like good characters. So then it's like they're just
trying
drinking
to
blood
make it
bags.
palatable for 12-year-olds.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, well,
ugh.
that also is like terrible to steal blood from hospitals.
Well,
it's also
yeah, well,
bad.
once you get
But,
rid
like,
of the
whatever.
moral quandary of it, like where's the fun? Like in part of,
That's the whole
like,
point.
Interview with
Yeah.
the Vampire, like even it's so funny when I was watching that, when Louis would eat animals, I would feel so bad for the animals. Like
Oh
I know
my
he's
god. You were one of those people who's like, oh,
Yeah.
poor cat.
I
Not
was
this guy who
legit.
you just ate.
legit.
Yeah.
The guy seemed like he was a dick. I don't know. The cat didn't do
Louis
anything
was
wrong.
literally a serial killer in the 70s.
Yeah, he was. He was a monster.
He was, yep. Anyway, but here's the thing. They're literally apex predators at this point.
Yeah.
Just like forget it. It's a TV show.
It-
We.
yeah.
It's Louis.
Louis.
It's Louis. That's my friend.
You okay, Luke?
What was it?
Yes.
Anyway, you know
Yep.
Yeah.
what? That's not what it was called.
Is it
Whatever.
not called Fang?
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Fang?
Oh.
T-A-S-I-A.
That's a bad name. 'Cause
Fantasia?
I have no idea how to. Fantasia? Fantasia.
Fantasia.
That's
Anyway.
not a. That's not a good name.
That's a great name.
Kelly,
Yeah.
the why I asked supernatural experience. When I was
Okay.
dog sitting and sleeping, a sound in the walls, I heard "talk to me," and I went "what?"
No.
and I could not sleep for the next half
Well,
hour. I
the
was like,
past-
"What?"
That's fucked up, Luke.
What is that?
This was at somebody else's house too.
Yes.
For
Talk
the
to
past
me.
few weeks, I've
You
been
watch horror
hearing-
movies intentionally there, Luke. Of course that happened.
Yeah, I know. And the walls settled. I think what happened was the walls settled.
Don't
and
don't explain it. It
and
was a
in my
ghoul.
head,
It was a
I heard
ghoul.
Talk to me.
I heard "talk to me."
It's a ghoul. Yes,
It
it
was
creaked
like-
and
it
said,
was like-
"Talk to me."
I swear it was a man's voice saying "talk to me."
Did you watch Talk to Me last time you pet sit?
No,
Oh, so it wasn't your subconscious.
no.
Huh.
I watched.
It was
Talk to Me.
legitimately a ghoul. That's my only explanation.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Did
sleep
you
for the
talk
next
to him?
10 minutes. It was
Walls
crazy.
creaking.
Yeah, did
No,
you talk
I,
to him?
I stayed perfectly still because
is
I was
scary.
like, well, but then I started thinking about the darkness behind me. So every time I would turn over, it's like, oh, something's behind me. Oh no, someone's behind me on this side.
He just wanted a friend to talk
It was
to.
a fitful night. Anyway,
I still
I've
need
been
to watch that
hearing
movie.
for the past 2 weeks just my voice being called, like
it
every
happens
day,
to me-
and
it
no
happens
one's
to me a
calling
lot.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, but for the past 2 weeks, it's been like way more than it normally is.
Interesting.
Weird.
Interesting.
Very weird.
I'm starting to get phantom, like
Vibration syndrome with
like
the
a,
phone.
Come here.
I think I'm hearing the phone ring at work when it's not ringing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks.
You got
Yes.
tinnitus?
I have, yes. Well,
Yeah.
I honestly no, because my this year usually it will cut out completely, and then it's just a
Really?
ringing. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Here, come here.
I wonder what that's all
It
about.
hurts.
I'm
I don't know.
sorry.
Too
Jesus.
many energy drinks when my
You
eyes
got-
start pulsating.
Not kidding. Maybe you just gotta build up a wax.
A what?
Build up of
Wax.
earwax.
I
Like
take care of my earwax, you piece of shit.
no, No, not even. I'm not even kidding. Like some of the stuff is so far down in there, you can't get it out unless like a
It's too
doctor
far.
gets in there.
You gotta buy one
Like,
of those kits.
I would love that though.
Yeah.
No, I would love a doctor to just like completely cut
you
off my
flush
ear.
it out.
No, no, no. Doctors
Do you
did
have
that,
Full Van Gogh.
and it
Oh,
hurt.
yeah, Luke.
And it hurt.
The T-tubes.
guys-
There was one time where I had
Oh.
earwax with the T-tubes, and that was one of the most painful experiences because it was like,
Oh, yeah,
Not like that.
It's like
Not like
pulling a cork
but
out.
it
You're
was not good.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you guys ever just feel like you need to take all the bones out of your body?
Yeah,
Yes.
one at a time. Yeah.
and like power wash them and then put them back in.
No, just
Okay.
like all at once and just
Okay.
And just go.
like
I
that
feel like-
episode of SpongeBob when their spines came out of their bodies from the roller
Oh,
coaster.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
I'd love that. Sometimes I feel like I just need to take all the skin off my foot,
Oh my god.
like
Yep.
a sock.
Oh my god.
We've all
Yeah.
been there.
Do you have anything
My
more with
recap's
your recap?
done.
Oh, okay.
No,
Shrek
actually,
2.
I read A Doll's House by this Norwegian
What?
guy. It's a play.
Nice.
It was for my class.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It was it was so frustrating, and then at the end, surprisingly feminist.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for you, Norway.
Yeah. I'm done.
Sky's so cute.
She loves when stuff's underneath like a blanket or something. She always goes after it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So lead into Shrek 2.
Shrek
Sky is
2.
very Puss in Boots.
Oh,
very,
so Puss in Boots.
very.
Dude.
When Shrek's walking with
Dude.
Puss in Boots like on his shoulder, that's so me and
Gollum.
Sky. That's so
Gollum.
me and Sky. Yeah.
Oh.
Walking by Luke's
Okay.
room,
You
Luke's all
wish.
jealous, like donkey. No, that's accurate.
But
I
it
walk
was
around
like-
with her like scooped up in my arms.
It was like Return of the King, that shot when Gollum is whispering to Frodo and Sam's behind.
Yep. Yeah.
And they made a Lord of the Rings joke earlier in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
When?
then it was the ring when Fiona and Shrek in their
Oh,
montage.
the
Oh,
ring.
yes.
It was a
Yeah.
reference to Lord of the Rings.
It was written the same way.
Seem
It was
not
written
interested.
The same way. It was Sauron's handwriting. And then when the Mongo and they were attacking the kingdom, it just reminded me of Two Towers. I don't think that was.
Nope.
I don't think
Nope.
that
That's
was the
that's
reference.
just that's a you
Nor
thing.
the- Nor the Puss Whispering in Shrek's ear, but it seemed.
I can start. I
Over it.
obviously really like this movie. I picked it for a reason. I haven't watched it actually in a while, but like way sooner than Luke had.
We watched it at the same time, remember?
You know
No,
what?
but I'm saying I
gonna
had
go
seen it
to the
most
bathroom.
recent. Okay. Okay. I really like this movie. Obviously, I think it just makes me happy. Like
Yeah.
watching it, it just like not everything hits. There's a couple parts that don't hit, and that's fine. Like, but that it's like just the vibe of the movie feels good, and like,
Yeah.
man, Shrek is just always making the wrong decisions in these movies. But what I like about this one is I do feel like there's something charming about the first one being like it's in this fantasy world, but it's just these like three characters, right? And I think that's really good for the first movie, and I think that's why the first movie is as good as it is. But this one does a lot to like expand the lore. Like, I think and they don't overdo it. It's not like nobody else here has seen it, but Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, where it's just like, okay, now let's do everything at once. And I think maybe that becomes a problem in the third one. But they wait till the end to like really have all those characters involved all at once, and when it does, it just feels like a team up. It feels like the Avengers before the Avengers. It was like,
I was gonna
holy
say
shit.
Ocean's 11, but yes.
Ocean's 11. It's like, holy shit, this is crazy. I think the addition of Puss in Boots is just incredible. I love Puss in Boots. Matt, you got to watch The Last Wish.
I know.
It's
I
a really
know.
good
that
movie,
on
and it's free.
Fandango
It's on something free now. So
Oh,
gotta
is it
watch it.
also on Fandango at home, perhaps?
Yes, it's on Fandango at home and Peacock, I think. So, but it is very, I mean, overall, just Puss in Boots is just like a really good addition with the dynamic of Donkey and Shrek. And like the first one works because it's kind of like they don't like, well, he doesn't like Donkey, and then he like grows to love Donkey. And this one, he's like irritated with Donkey, but like
love
they're still friends, and it's not
Yeah.
like they're having spats because Shrek's fucking up everything else, right? So it's like they can't really have that anymore. He just has to get annoyed with Donkey, so that they throw Puss in Boots in the mix. And I think that
Right.
the dynamic between the three of them is just like, just take that to the next level. So that's why I think this is one of the best sequels. Is like, there's something about the first one being very charming with just the three of them, but since that kind of like, since it was just the three of them, this one adding that and adding by the end like this human element of like, does Shrek wants to be an ogre. He wants to live in a swamp, which is just amazing. He's just like, no, I want to have an itchy butt crack and live in a swamp. Like, I don't want to be human.
You can still do that as a human. I just want to point that out.
Very true.
You can still live in a swamp and
Very
have a
true.
butt crack. A lot
But-
of people do it.
But I like that Shrek never once was like, this is what I want. He was just like, this sucks. I
Did
think,
he think that he could just go and never meet his in-laws ever?
yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I didn't plan.
They also live 700 miles
wouldn't
away and they have
either.
to take it by carriage.
Yeah.
You know how long that would be?
If my in-laws locked my wife in a tower
That's
with
a
a dragon,
great
I would never go meet them.
Yep, good point.
You know what? You have a great point.
Why did they
Nice.
do that? Didn't we learn in Shrek Forever After why they did that?
Well, they did it. They say to protect her.
Whatever.
Just
that's
because
what-
they were.
Oh, it's because of the curse, right? They put her there because of the curse, because then when she kissed Prince Charming, then it would break the
But
curse,
how
and
did
then she would never show that she was an
They
ogre.
hid her away because they were ashamed she was
She was an
ogre.
ogre, yes. No, yeah,
That's-
you're right.
Was-
That's the first one.
That's,
How did
that's,
she-
that's the first one.
Was
Yeah.
she just born with the curse?
Yeah,
How did she get
think
the
so.
curse?
I think she was born with
That's-
it, or
She
Shrek
was
Forever After
enchanted.
retroactively says she got it, or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Um,
They explain it somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, just I think this movie kicks like I think it does a really good job of like implementing those fantasy characters by the end, and then Mungo, oh my gosh, just incredible.
sad. It was sad.
Sad, very
Yeah.
sad, but so good.
Guys,
Katie shed
I-
actual tears.
Yes,
I was gonna say, I
yes,
cried.
You cried too?
yes.
I cried, but especially because it happened and it immediately flashed me back to Big Henry in Gravity Falls, and
Yeah.
that's why I cried.
Very similar. He could. When
Oh.
he said
I
living La
legit
Vida
started-
Loca, but he's underwater.
Oh my, that's sad. That's so
Sorry.
sad.
But hey, that proves that he's okay. He's not disintegrating.
No, he's
yet.
just gonna drown
They
slowly.
Still
could save.
there.
They could save him.
He's gonna dissipate. Yeah. Anyway, I just think this movie ends up bringing in those fantasy elements in a really good way of like the way it pulls it together. So even though not everything is like, not every single thing hits,
What?
there's a couple of jokes that I'm just like, whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
Not even that it's bad. It's just like I just don't think it's funny. Like overall, it just brings good vibes, and I just enjoy having this one on no matter what time it is. So 1 and 2, honestly, I like them both in different ways.
Do you know what my favorite bit of the whole movie is?
What?
Do you,
Wait,
no guesses?
No, let's guess. Let's guess,
Yeah.
guys.
Because there are a lot of
Um,
great bits, but there's one that I always remember, and it gets me every time.
I'm trying to think of like an iconic one.
I can only think of every music sequence
Okay.
that they have because those are so perfect.
Was it the Knights?
Yes.
I knew it was the yes.
Nice.
Was it the catnip part? Because the
Crazy.
catnip
Well,
part is
catnip.
crazy.
Catnip, and then them saying we're following a white Bronco.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
It's wild.
Luke's
Oh,
reaction was
goodness.
very funny to that.
And then the catnip. Oh,
Yeah.
and then they were pepper spraying them with
Yeah.
actual pepper.
It also
That's
it
a-
comes out of nowhere. That part in the
That
movie.
part's so
Yeah.
good.
They're
And
just
then it's
watching
like,
TV. I know.
Now I realize why Donkey had to be a white Bronco.
yeah,
Yeah.
just for
There
that
was
joke.
Make
no
one
other
joke.
reason.
Yeah, they really reverse engineered it from that joke.
Matt, what'd you think of it overall?
Oh, this movie's fantastic. Katie and I had watched it. I don't know, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So like it was not like we still remembered some of it, but it's fun every time. I still think that I definitely like it better than the first one. I like both of them, but like that second one, some of the referential things to like Hollywood.
There's
so
a lot
funny.
in this.
And the fact that like Farbucks, which is what Starbucks is, there's one right across the street from another one that they run to, which is just a funny joke, and it's funny to see that 20 years later, it's like, huh, things really were just the same.
The exact
back
same.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to see all the bags that like instead of Saks Fifth Avenue, they had Saxon's Fifth Avenue,
Mm.
and I just little puns like that where I never noticed before, and then I was like, oh yeah. Larry King being the ugly stepsister is a very
That's
silly
Larry
choice.
King?
Icon.
I did not know that
Yeah.
was
I
like.
didn't know that.
Oh,
Somebody mentioned that at some point, and it's stuck in my brain because who picks Larry King?
that's.
Yeah.
I did not realize.
You know
Now that
what?
you say it, it's like, oh, very obviously his
Yeah.
voice.
If I could, I'd be down at that bar every single night.
Yeah.
It seems like a good time.
It reminds me of the bar that, or the pub place that they go to and over the garden wall where the highwayman sings his
Oh,
little...
yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Same vibes.
I forgot to mention Kyle when I was talking about it.
Kyle.
Kyle is.
Kyle.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mark,
cool.
what did you talk about so I don't repeat you?
Just repeat it. I just
What did
I
you
just
talk
repeated
about
the
while I
same
was
stuff.
gone?
I just repeated the same stuff that I said. I repeated it
Okay.
when you got back. So
Okay. Oh, sorry.
no,
Oh.
you're good.
I had to pee.
No,
I
it was
also
just
really
the way
like-
I speak. I just have to
Okay,
reiterate
guys.
my point.
The bit where she's like, "You're gonna make me do something I really don't want to do," and then they're just at Friar's Fat Boy, and she's like, "I'm ruining my diet."
I like when Prince Charming puts on the... he got the kids' meal
He's a
that
little-
comes with an axe and he put
Well-
on the crown.
What was it called? It was a medieval meal.
Medieval,
Can I get
yeah.
a medieval meal? He got a little crown.
He's a crazy character.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's a crazy
Did
addition.
so Rupert Everett voices him? Did he
Yeah.
play Claw in Inspector Gadget, or is
Yeah,
that a different
yes,
voice?
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yep,
it.
yep. Yes, he did.
Luke, that's Rupert Everett. I didn't
Yes.
even put it together.
Yes. Also, Julie Andrews voices
the mom.
Queen. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's.
Oh, you're right. And John Cleese is the dad.
Yes, and I was like, man, I've recognized that name. I just didn't even realize it's Monty Python, basically.
Yeah,
that
which-
and he's nearly headless Nick in Harry
He
Potter.
is.
Which is interesting.
Oh my god. Why did I
It's
never
really-
know that?
It's funny
didn't
because
know
I
that
feel
either.
That
like
just broke my brain.
animated movies used to always, or nowadays, they like make their characters kind of look like the
Yeah.
people voicing them. And John Cleese is like 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
But he's playing a character who's like pretty short. So I
Yeah.
was like, that's funny.
This movie came out before I was born.
Isn't
That's
that
crazy.
crazy?
But it really feels like just... I don't know. It's crazy to me that this came out in 2004
Yeah.
for some reason.
yeah.
And the first Shrek was 2001.
Yes.
Like, why did animated movies even try after Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 came out?
True.
You know?
That's true.
They've never gotten to this point since.
I know. The only people who are even competing are Studio Ghibli, and that's halfway across the world.
And themselves, because The Last Wish was real
Oh,
good.
right.
Well, that's all a part of it. That's all.
Yeah. Shrek 3 is underrated.
Haven't seen it.
Luke, we gotta
I
watch Shrek
have.
3. We gotta
I
see
can't
I
Shrek
remember
3.
the
why
scene of
people
him
hate
in
it
the...
so much.
I don't know, actually. What's Kelly?
Nothing.
King Arthur's in it, you know?
All I remember is the scene where they're trying to have a heart-to-heart at King Merlin's place.
Yes.
Do you guys
yes,
remember
yes,
this?
yeah.
And they were playing really sappy music. I don't know why that bit gets
Yeah,
me
yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
I think, Luke, you go with your thoughts.
It's
Same
always
thing.
it's the exact same.
Yes.
For the Shrek 2. Okay, weird thing with me sometimes is my body evokes a
Don't.
physiological reaction when I like see a shot because we watched the Shrek 2 trailer so much
Oh,
in
yeah.
car rides, but it kind of made me feel ill.
Whoa.
It was always the same trailer over and over again, and it was always so hot in the car that every time
brought you
Donkey
back to-
does his bit, that was the part of the
Mhm.
trailer that we always watched all the time. So anyway, and Prince Charming, the very beginning, those parts are
Yes.
just like seared into my brain.
I think you might have
It's like a big movie.
accidentally been brainwashed and tortured. I
Yeah,
feel like
it-
that's what they do to people.
Well,
They
it's
just
just
play
Luke,
something
you-
really annoying over and over, and they make you feel terrible.
Like you're like Mason in Black Ops 1. The
Right.
numbers.
Yes, exactly. But it's just Donkey going.
It's just donkey. Yeah.
But anyway, that's a great scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie, actually, because it's the dynamic between Shrek and Donkey are just very good in that one. Anyway, yeah. So same thoughts.
Should we now discuss the great music
I haven't
choices.
said my thoughts on this movie.
Oh, I
I thought
you
you-
been talking this
yeah,
whole time.
yeah.
I know,
That's
and
fine.
no, this happens every single podcast.
I thought you were doing because you said I
I-
feel this, so I thought you were just
I
going into
know.
your thoughts.
I know.
No, she hasn't even cracked. the
I
script.
haven't even
Okay,
begun.
okay. Kelly, what did you think of the movie?
It was good.
Just Luke.
I love this movie. I had thoughts to say and now I forgot them because I was too busy yelling. Oops. Let's move on then.
This is the one with Funky Town, right?
Yes.
I know I just watched it, but I couldn't remember. Where are they? Okay, so where are they in the first one? Where
Or-
Luke
Okay, I just remembered. It's welcome to Duloc.
Duloc. Okay,
That's-
yes,
it's
because Luke
where
was
I'm
asking, and because at first Luke got confused thinking that Lord Farquaad was the king of Far Far Away, and I was like, that's the most wrong thing I've ever heard in my life, idiot.
He's a lord. A
Far
lord.
Far Away is Hollywood.
Yes.
I like
Correct.
the billboard of the fairy godmother is
Oh, just
like
a-
but it's like a Angeline. That's her name, right? All those billboards.
I don't know. Who are we
Oh my
discussing?
God,
Was she
oh
like
my
a medium or a psychic or something?
No, she just
No?
had a bunch of billboards of herself.
Oh, weird. Okay.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Me
okay,
neither.
whatever.
Speaking
yeah,
of
and then Funky Town starts playing.
yeah, speaking of Funky Town, the music choices just go crazy in this movie.
Yes.
Which is I know what everyone talks about with this movie, but for a reason. I think choosing "Holding Out for a Hero" for the end part, like
Very good.
it couldn't
Oh,
have been
actual
better.
chills.
Yeah,
There's 3
Right?
times in the last act that I got chills. Legitimately.
Yeah, okay, when Mongo's going down.
That's
Oh.
right.
No. Yeah. What are the parts you got chills?
I got chills at the very beginning of the movie.
Oh, yeah,
The
that's a
movie
good sign.
started and I got goosebumps. And also I
Ooh.
remembered what I was going to say. Okay, so while watching the movie, I was like, this is really good. I think I still like the first one better.
Mhm.
And then the second Puss showed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait a second. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is the best movie ever made.
Yes.
No, I watched this movie a lot more than I thought I did, because I thought I watched the first one way more, but no, most of what I remember from Shrek is this movie.
Yeah. That's how I feel too.
Yeah. I think the first one is it's a much simpler story, which I do think is partly because of the limitations of DreamWorks making their first movie, right? And so it's
Yeah.
like just the 3 of them, but because of that, the 2 movies blend sometimes. Like I forgot what
Yeah.
Funky Town was, and I just watched it just because like they kind of blend. But that's why I think the first one's such a good like starting place, and this one just picks up where it comes. But Puss is just like
Yep.
incredible. Like I know we already talked about it, but what I really like about him in this movie is he's so bad at his job in this
Yeah.
movie.
So bad.
He's so bad, and like way more than the other movies. Like in the other movies, the whole thing is that Puss like gets himself into trouble because he is an idiot, but like he's also like really good at stuff
like
in some of the other
Zorro.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But like in this
that's
one,
what's
like he
hilarious.
didn't even like. It was just not even trying in this one.
That's what I love about this character
Yeah.
is Antonio Banderas playing a
Hey.
cat parody of his
Yeah,
character in
yes,
the 90s.
so good.
It's insane.
So good. I love that he was down to voice him too. 'cause,
Yes.
And
like,
it's perfect. It is so
Yeah.
perfect.
Also,
question
just
about
because we're
Puss.
I was gonna say real
Yeah.
quick that just because we're cat people too, Matt. Just like
Yeah.
the small things that like, just every time that Luke would be like, "It's so Sky," it was just like,
Oh, yeah.
Puss is so
I
cute.
thought it was hilarious that Shrek is a cat person.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Shrek likes cats.
Shrek
That
is
was
like
funny.
he's that dad who's like, we're not getting a cat, and then once you get him, he's like he never is not with the cat. You
Yeah.
know, you're like,
But it
okay.
was just like immediately. He was just like,
right.
oh, cat.
Come on. Yeah.
It is funny because
it was Donkey who didn't want
yeah,
the cat.
you would think that Shrek with his type of character would be like, "Yeah, I'll take a donkey instead of a cat," but immediately he's like, "Look how cute he is." I think it's because it annoyed Donkey like Puss annoyed Donkey right away, so he was like, "Oh, we gotta keep this guy around."
Was like, it was also just like he's cute.
Sorry, Matt, you were gonna say
I
something
like
about
the
Go too.
scene of them whispering, like obviously about Donkey.
Yeah,
It was
it's
so
like
funny.
Katie and I saw like a still image of Puss with Humpty Dumpty. Is that from the second?
So that's from the first like Puss in Boots movie that people don't really like. I haven't seen that one.
We were really confused because I was like, "What in the world is this from? I've never seen this."
Yeah,
in my
people don't
life."
really like that one. That was like a spin-off that people, not a ton of people watched, and it was like
I
whatever.
remember that.
It was just
Yeah,
the
I
last
remember
wish that people.
nobody talked about it. Like almost to the point
That was
where I
not
was
a
like,
good
"Was
one.
that even a real movie?"
Yes, it was. That one was just called
Okay.
Puss in Boots, but did not. I think it was came out before Forever After or something like that, like in between 3 and
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Mark, you're absolutely right. Or like Puss when he was like licking himself. I'm like, "Yep."
Yep.
See, that's like half the time we look over at Joan.
Yep.
She's gotten into this obsession of like licking. She has this little pouch underneath. Does a Sky have a primordial pouch that like swings? back
Yeah,
and forth?
just a little one. It's kind of hard to tell because the way
yeah.
she walks, but like if I'm like messing with her, like yeah, there's a little pouch.
Joan has licked all of the hair off of her pouch.
Oh my god.
Also, CJ has like ripped patches of her hair out too. We don't know what's going on.
What
But
is happening?
so we'll like look over and just see Joan just go into town, and then it's like just bald stomach. It's hilarious. But Puss would be doing stuff like that and be like, yeah.
Or like the big eyes. When I was a
yeah.
kid, it was always like, oh well, he's just like begging, like
Yeah.
trying to make himself look cute, which he did. But like now that I have cats, because when we grew up, I never thought I would have a cat. That like
Right.
when Sky's hunting, her eyes just like, huge pupils, and it's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's like exactly how fucking Sky looks all the time.
Well, yeah, they're playing it as being cute. If we see one of our cats with their eyes that
Yes.
big, they're about to go running 100 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
yes,
you
yes.
know?
That is like their like attack phase is the
Yeah.
huge eyes, like,
CJ
which is so
will
funny.
do that and then just go like screaming around a corner. You're like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's when Sky starts attacking our hands is the big ones. But,
Yes.
yes, Puss is just like such a good addition, and I'm very glad that he has a good movie that you guys got to watch if you haven't seen it.
I know.
'Cause
I'm
it's very
sorry.
good. And Dad would
I-
very much like it.
Oh,
I
watching it this
literally
weekend.
texted
Yeah.
Luke in the middle of this movie. It was like, "Can we watch Pussy
Yeah.
just this weekend?" So I
Nice.
really like him.
Yeah, I think
But
Dad
yeah,
would like
and
it too.
I immediately asked Mom, and she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She was also like, "I want to watch A Quiet Place Day One." I was like, I
Okay.
haven't even seen that. I don't know.
Nice. I love that.
Also cats. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man, Sky would die immediately in that movie.
Yes.
Sure, man, she was screaming today. You glad you weren't here.
That's interesting. You were here. Why was she screaming?
That's the thing. She screams more when
Oh.
I'm actually here. Even if I'm in the room,
Oh.
if she gets like rowdy, I think what she likes is she sits by the door, she meows, and then she looks back at me. And if I get up, she runs under the bed. So I think she's trying to instigate it because she knows I will tell her to stop. So I think she's trying to play that way. She just knows I'm gonna go chase after her. Because every time I'm sitting here,
Yeah.
she starts screaming. She's like looking back at me,
That
and then
is-
I get up and I'm like, hey, and then she like underneath the bed.
I think I had to go into your room one time and you weren't here and I was working from here. She was totally asleep
Yeah.
and like completely out
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
because
if
you weren't-
she doesn't
was
think
so
I'm,
quiet.
if she can't hear me in the front room, I don't think she's like, because from what I've heard from you and Tori, she just doesn't make a noise. It's just when I'm here, whether if
So-
I'm in the room or not.
At 5, if you're not here, she starts.
Oh my god, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I get
It-
back and it's later than 5, ooh man,
You'll
I
hear
get
it.
I get
Be
screamed
careful.
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love Shrek's. I don't know. There's something about Shrek's animation. I think to me it just feels like they made a. I think it maybe is just nostalgia lens on this,
Yeah.
but it's just like it just makes me feel like happy because it's like the nostalgia lens, but they just made such an iconic like design from the first movie that's like so recognizable, but also like he's supposed to be ugly, but he's like cute too. He's like
cool,
it's just like a
yeah.
cool guy. Like Shrek just seems like a cool guy. I just think it's iconic with that because it's like so recognizable, and everyone knows who fucking Shrek is.
Yeah, you're never gonna meet a person who's like, "Who? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Shrek, you know.
Well,
Well, maybe some babies.
Just babies.
I
Yeah.
will say, this movie has an excellently timed fart joke.
Oh my god.
I laughed
Wasn't there multiple?
very hard. Oh, I probably, but
one of them didn't work for me at all.
Which one?
The one at the beginning.
That's not the one I was talking about. Which one happened at the beginning?
It was just at the opening montage. The fart joke didn't work for me, but then them running through a field of daisies while pitchforks are being thrown really worked.
The one that really works for me is when he drinks the potion and the music swells
Oh,
and then he just lets out a
God.
big ass fart.
Oh
That's how
my
you
God.
fart joke.
I like how Donkey got him fish and thought, oh no, that's his fish, and then let him die.
What are we
Wait,
talking?
Yeah,
what are we
Wait,
so-
what are we
talking
talking
Yeah,
about?
like you did not explain that well. I know exactly what you're talking about, but you did not
At
explain
all.
it.
At the beginning, he was like, oh, I did this, I did
Oh
this.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
I-
At the very,
I
very
fed your
beginning.
meant
fish,
fishing?
but she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. He let them die.
So he brought
You
the
know what?
fish.
Donkey's kind of the realest character ever.
Also, I thought the dragon
Yeah.
showed up at the end of this movie. In my head, that happens. No.
At the
No,
first
that's
movie, end of the first movie, the dragon
First
comes.
movie.
in.
End of the first.
What are you
movie.
talking about?
Donkey.
Yes,
The
it
what?
dragon
does.
doesn't.
Yes,
Not-
it does. You watch past the credits.
Oh, no, we
that's
didn't
why
watch
It's
past
like
the
didn't watch
credits.
past the
2
credits.
seconds into the credits, guys.
Oh, we turned it off immediately.
The dragon comes in and
That's
First
what
of
I
all,
remember.
Close
Okay.
is with 2
Yeah.
human women and says
Okay, that's what I remember.
and says, "Hey, you want to join us at the Kit Kat Club, which is the club from Cabaret? May I?"
Is it really?
Yeah. And then Donkey's like, "Oh, I don't know," because he's sad. Because then the dragon comes in and he's like, "Oh my God, my beautiful wife!"
Okay.
And then
Okay.
a litter of donkey
Oh.
ex-dragon babies attack him.
Yes, that's what
Like
I
with
remember.
love.
I
That's
just
That's-
okay.
That's in this movie.
Well,
We didn't watch past
nope,
that.
me neither.
Oopsie.
It's like 2 seconds into the
I know.
credits.
Yeah, we just turned it off.
We didn't watch Eric Andre last night. Or I mean, Shrek.
We didn't. We didn't. We didn't need a palate cleanser.
I,
What I love about these movies is that they're fairy tales, but like with their own interpretation of the fairy tales. Like it's not just like when characters like Sleeping Beauty shows up, it's not what she looks like in the Disney movie.
Yeah.
No, it's completely.
It's like
different.
how and her clothes probably more accurate to the time period that it's
Yeah,
written
seriously.
and stuff, you know.
Speaking of that same scene, I appreciated the Joan Rivers, basically
the
personality on the
voice,
red
yeah.
carpet. Yeah, I was like, a lot of things were like, as a kid, it just feels fun, and then as an adult, you're like, wow, they were doing a reference like every 2 seconds. Like this is a lot. It's impressive.
Shrek is pretty he's a pretty shit husband, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be any better. I know for a fact I would not be any better.
Luke and I were talking about how every movie he makes the worst decision possible. That's the plot of the movie. To start every movie is making the worst decision imaginable.
His instinct is to blow everything up
The
immediately.
fourth one. Luke and I were talking about how it's crazy. The fourth one, he just wishes none of it happened. So then it erases everything.
Oh my God!
Like, you're at the fourth movie. Have you not learned your lesson?
He's silly.
That's
You
like
know
a
what?
second
Shrek-
movie thing.
Shrek is bad at snooping. Also, can I add?
Shrek's
'Cause
bad at
he-
everything.
He snoops into her diary and then just leaves it out.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you? He doesn't care. Come on, man.
okay, guys, who does human Shrek look like? Because he looks
Yeah.
exactly like somebody, and I cannot put my finger.
Like an actor or
somebody.
I don't know.
In the
I'll have to
public.
think on that because
Hmm.
nobody comes to mind initially.
Oh, but he looks so like he looks like someone.
Like if you saw someone on the street and were like, "You look like human Shrek," is that a good thing?
I think so. Everyone thinks he's hot in this movie.
I know he just has a very blocky head, and that's why I ask.
Oh, the blocky head works,
You
though.
guys want to know what
Okay.
Dad said the other day?
What?
He was talking about Ulysses S. Grant, right?
As one does.
Oh,
And
naturally.
you know that I really like Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh yes.
He's my number one. And so Mom kept asking him, okay, but is he hot? Okay, but is he hot? And Dad wouldn't answer the question. And then at the end of like an hour-long conversation at this point, Mom was like, but you didn't answer my question. Is he hot? And Dad goes, let's just put it this way. I don't know if he was hot, but he was a stud.
Oh,
That counts.
we'll take that.
That counts.
Nice.
He
He gets it. Some people are saying
And I mean,
now.
he's right.
Some people are saying
Yeah.
now that this is not who I think you're thinking of probably, but with Zac Efron, he kind of like his
Oh,
jaw,
his
like
filler?
jawline,
I
yeah. But people
That's
are.
not who I'm thinking of.
I didn't think so, but like there's a
I
side by side.
understand
If
that
they put a
comparison.
beard on human Shrek,
Oh,
and it's kind of
yeah, that
kind
is-
of like the same facial shape. So,
You're absolutely right, but you're right, Kelly. I think there is somebody else. This is gonna come to me when I'm watching something like 4
Yeah.
months from now.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have to be like, hey, I think I found human Shrek.
human Shrek.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
for some reason in my head when I was a kid, I didn't like this one as much as I do now. When I was a kid, I didn't like as much as the first one. In my head, he was human Shrek the whole movie, which is part of the reason I didn't like it. And it's like not even that much of the movie, but a little stupid little kid brain is like, that's the one he's human. I'm not watching that, and I'll watch Shrek 3 instead.
The climax does happen like as he's human Shrek, so maybe that's just why you
Maybe.
remember it. It's,
But
like,
it's so
the
good
important-
when he's human
Okay,
Shrek,
but
and
the passing the wand scene where
Oh, that's
everybody
good.
what I
That's good.
what I really like about this is that like Fiona's just like a totally normal good person, and Shrek's just like an idiot, and so is like the king. It's just an idiot, and it's just two men being like so dumb at
Right.
each other, and
Bumbling
like
Pulling their
reveal
way,
with
yeah.
the king, so
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
But also, it's so funny because once you like know, because once you see the movie, you just know immediately.
Yeah.
Just so obvious
So obvious.
Mhm.
throughout the whole movie that he was a frog.
They mentioned having their first kiss down by the lily pads.
Oh, There's
and-
also a like tapestry of him
Yep.
I didn't even
with
notice
the
it.
lilies. At
The
very
room is
beginning.
like very like pond themed.
Oh my
god.
And of course, in the bar, the frog lady.
Yeah, she goes, "Do I know you?" And he goes,
Yeah.
and
Oh, he croaked. That's a good joke. Also,
That is
I
good.
love, I don't know which one it was. It might have been Pinocchio who was just like, did he like basically die? And the gingerbread man was just like, yep.
Oh, What I loved when Gingy was like, "Hey, mice, pass me a buffalo wing."
I love Gingy in this movie
Yeah.
because he doesn't give a
Gingy's
shit.
right.
Pass me
He's
a
been through so
buffalo
much.
wing.
And then they were watching Nights, and it happened to be when Human Shrek was on there, and then everyone,
Rewind it.
Gingy was like, rewind it.
which
For
means
some
they have
reason-
TiVo or something. How can you rewind?
Oh,
it?
jeez.
This is like the opposite of the scene in Nacho Libre, where they're all watching the wrestling match.
Yeah.
And then his mask starts being ripped off.
Luke, I thought it was very funny when because you didn't remember that Pinocchio got changed back into a
Oh,
puppet, and you were
yeah.
so
Yeah.
Luke, Luke's reaction
He's
was like
aw.
so sad about it.
That's
Whoever-
up at the end.
Who plays Pinocchio? Because his line reading
Yeah.
of just the "oh"
No.
so good.
Something just Gingy the whole time. I think one of the parts that gave me chills was just like the gumdrop button part, and they both like got like angry, and it was like building up, and like the anger. I was like, oh my god, it's happening. I don't know why. Just that
I
whole scene with like
genuinely-
it's like Iron Giant, like
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just like, oh, this is amazing. I need to watch
And then
Iron Giant again.
didn't Mongo scream like Godzilla at one
He did. Oh, that was so good. Oh,
point?
that got a good laugh out of me because out of nowhere it screams like Godzilla.
Because he can also talk. We've heard him talk.
Yeah,
So
but
it's screaming
it
like
screeched
Godzilla.
like Godzilla at a completely different pitch.
I thought it was funny when they were being kept in the dungeon and Donkey was just being held up by like all four of his hooves. I think when it showed there, Katie was like, he would be dead. For sure.
Yeah.
He would
Oh,
be dead.
no.
Yeah. I don't think a horse can survive like that.
I don't know if I honestly have much else because I just wanted to watch this because it makes me happy, and everything
Oh,
is
it
great
was
about this
good.
movie, pretty much. So
I genuinely believe that this is a perfectly crafted movie. I think
It's a fantastic movie.
perfect. I think it's a amazing plot. I think it's an insane plot for
Oh,
a second movie.
that's-
They said, you know what we're gonna do?
I was twice this popped in my head. I'm so sorry. Twice this popped in my head, and I lost it both times. But you saying that reminded me, so thank you. But the plan, the fairy godmother's plan with Prince Charming is insane.
so fucked up.
It's so fucked up.
Fucked up.
Like, okay, we're just gonna pretend that you're Shrek forever.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
No,
But then they won't have to because then she'll kiss Prince Charming. Like, but before we find that part out, the plan is just for him to act like Shrek forever.
you know what? My one thing is I wish. Well, actually, I don't, cause her parents are awful. Let's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
first off,
Yes.
she should not forgive them.
No.
No.
There is
No.
no reason to forgive them for
Nope.
any of this. Anyway, if I kind of wish, cause what I forgot at the end, that it's not that he didn't give her the potion. I mean, it's good that he didn't give her the potion, but okay. Anyway, the potion shouldn't work because the kiss was non-consensual.
Yeah.
That's
That is
not
a great
kiss,
point.
Yeah.
That is a very great point.
and it wouldn't have worked anyway. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
not Shrek. He's Prince Charming.
And I know it's like you're supposed to be like, "Oh, good job, Dad. You didn't give it to her," but it's
You
like,
didn't
yeah,
drug
bare
your
minimum.
daughter.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, but then he sacrificed himself.
He
So
did.
then
He
it's
learned his lesson.
Yes.
He just,
sacrificed
you know,
himself.
for years
Is it
locked
you?
her away in a
Well,
tower.
okay, wait, okay. I always thought it was this movie for so long. I have seen the third one because ingrained in my memory whenever I think of Shrek is his death scene.
Yes, that's
Is
what
the
I
frog
that-
dying?
Oh
and-
man.
And they play "Live and Let Die" or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The music in the Shrek movies it's so
So
insane.
good.
It's so insane.
Oh, we don't.
Live in La Vida Loca to end the movie
Yeah.
is so fucking wild, and it's Donkey and Puss.
Luke and I don't think that Shrek actively makes a terrible decision in the first one because he's just on the voyage and he's trying to get back.
yeah.
He just pretends like he doesn't hear Fiona when she says she's pregnant, so because he's in denial. But he doesn't like actively make a choice like this one of like, oh, you're making the wrong choices. But the fourth one's the most egregious of them. But like in all of them, he's like making bad decisions except for the third one. But that's everyone's least favorite. So. Unless I'm forgetting something. I'm probably forgetting some terrible
Probably.
decision.
Something odd.
Some, yeah.
Doesn't he run away because she's pregnant? And that's
Oh.
Oh my god.
No.
I
it's
don't
that-
know.
No, because he's
I-
just freaking
you know
out, but he's trying to get back, I think.
He's going to try to find King Arthur, and she's
okay.
trying to tell him she's pregnant as he's going, and he's like,
Oh.
I got
What?
tinnitus, I can't
Okay,
hear
okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We gotta rewatch that movie, Luke. Underrated. A bad
we
Trek
wanna-
movie's still a good movie.
Do we want to put it in the list? Do you have the list up?
Oh, the tier list?
Yeah.
I don't.
I
So
mean, we know. We know
I'm
where
putting
it's
this in the top tier.
I
in
wonder where
Gay
this
Geeks.
is going.
It's the top tier.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite. There's like a echelon of like animated movies
Yeah.
that like are just go up there. I think multiple How to Train Your Dragons actually go up there too.
Yes,
Probably all three of them, to be honest. At least the first two Shreks, and I also really like Forever After, and what I remember from the third one, Puss in Boots. Like DreamWorks, I know they have ones that are like complete flops, or they just make like all timers. So they're just hit or miss.
DreamWorks?
yeah.
Just a couple days ago, I realized why it was called DreamWorks.
Why is
Because
that?
teamwork makes the dream work, right? Isn't that
yes,
the
that's-
saying?
That's probably what.
I never
Ah.
realized that till a few days ago.
Did you guys hear about this Wild Robot movie?
I've
What are you talking about?
heard. So all I've heard is that there is a movie called Wild Robot.
Yeah, apparently it's really good. Trini, just that's where she was at. Apparently it's really good.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't think it's DreamWorks though. Is it? Maybe.
No idea.
But
Not a clue.
DreamWorks is the house that Shrek built. So
Yes, absolutely it is, and we will pay homage. Homage.
homage,
Homage.
homage,
Oh, okay.
and then
Oh.
we'll just patiently wait for Shrek 5.
Is that actually happening?
Yeah, it got officially announced this year.
I forgot if it was officially announced or just rumored.
No, after seeing like what they did, like they're in the same universe like last year with The Last Wish. I have faith that it'll be not just like a soulless thing, because like
cash
they
grab.
put so much effort into like the animation for, which I'm sure they're gonna go back to the original, but like it's not just gonna be like, oh, we need to make money, here's a Shrek
Right.
5. I think it'll actually be a lot of effort into it, because they did not need to go as hard as they did with Puss in Boots, like just animation speaking wise. Like they just changed it up to make it more unique and interesting to look at. So
Mike Myers' accent in these movies is insane.
it's insane.
It's wild.
You
It's
do-
so good. They're well, like not like you know what I mean. Like it's perfect for this character, and some of his line deliveries are just so fucking crazy.
Have you heard? You know, they always the little tidbit about it was that originally when he was recording his lines,
Yeah.
he didn't, and then he was like, "This isn't really working. What can I do?" Who just like reaches into their bag and pulls out a Scottish accent like that?
They're like,
What?
this is it, and everyone's like,
Thick
that's
Scottish
Shrek.
accent. Yep.
Also, the name Shrek.
Yeah.
Whoever,
Great, yeah.
whoever said he should be named Shrek.
Do you think Max Shrek had anything to do
I
with
thought
it?
of that. I thought that name came to my head, and I was like, why? But he was an old timey guy.
So Max Shrek is the guy who played Count
Spelled different.
Orlok in Nosferatu, and also the name of Christopher Walken's character in Batman Returns.
Oh my god.
It's spelled the exact same way, and it's Max
Yeah.
Shrek. I know. It's intentional.
I'm trying to put myself like as if I was there in 2001. This studio that has not made an animated movie, like has not made a movie, comes out with this green ogre, and it's just called Shrek. And you'd be like, what the fuck is
Hell
this?
yeah.
And he won the Oscar.
And then it's just like one of the greatest movies of all time. You're like, holy shit.
Yep.
But like, I mean, they already, obviously, they had a cast to pull people in. If you hear Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, they're all
Cameron
famous.
Diaz, yeah.
Like, so it made sense, but it's just funny because it's like an anime movie. Back when like Toy Story had only come out in 96, right? So it
I
was like
think,
5 years after?
Monsters Inc. came out the same year as Shrek.
Yeah. And so like,
Whoa.
Pixar had just started like in 96, so like 5 years. So like people are getting used to it, but like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., that's kind of unique, but like just Shrek is like
It's way out.
now it's like a household
Yeah.
thing, but like I'm just trying to put myself in that perspective of like the fuck would I think of that movie before it came out?
Do you think that executives were like, "This shit's gonna flop so hard," and then we're
Oh.
like surprised when it didn't?
I'm sure it's always
because
does.
it's a big swing. You know, they're
That's
like, "I
always how
don't
it
know."
goes.
You would think
Well,
that
did
like
it not? I mean, did it do really well when it
It
came out?
did. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'll look up
at
like
least
the
the
actual box
yeah,
office.
because we know the Oscar stuff, but like I don't know about box office.
Matt, according to the credits, Joan Rivers did voice herself.
That makes sense because that's
Yeah,
a very
'cause that was
specific
her.
voice. Yeah,
It's very BoJack of them.
that is very BoJack of them. So, its opening weekend it made $42 million. So
I don't know
that's a
what
good
that
okay. Well, let's see. How much do you think it was made for?
I don't know.
Did it
I have
to
not even a
50
guess.
mil- 50 million.
Shrek, 60. So
Okay.
not the best opening weekend, but like over the course of its life, it probably had a decent run.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the fourth highest grossing movie of 2001. So yeah.
Okay, so it did
gained a
well.
lot of steam. Yeah.
I wonder how I'm gonna check how the second one did because I'm very curious because
Oh.
after the first one, it says the budget went up to 150 million. No
Oh,
wonder they
no
could.
wonder.
No wonder they
Yeah.
like the ending was absolutely
It's
insane.
all for those songs.
And okay, Matt, guess the gross for worldwide. Worldwide.
Total, not just opening
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
billion.
Over. What the fuck?
2 billion.
I
Oh.
was gonna say like $800 million.
932 million. Almost hit the billion mark on
Wow,
Shrek
almost
2,
hit the-
which is crazy.
Did anything hit the billion even close to 2004?
I'm sure this wasn't even the highest grossing movie of that year, so probably. But
I wonder if this is over the course of time with re-releases too. You know?
oh, you know what? Maybe because they did
'Cause-
just re-release
yeah.
it this year.
Because that's insane still though.
That, yeah.
It says the first one made 488 million gross.
On a budget of, what did we say, 60?
60. So
That's
yes,
really
it made
good.
a lot of
Jesus.
money. Yeah.
Dang.
I
Good
don't think I
movie,
have
good
anything
choice.
else. Yeah, it just makes me happy. I think the whole franchise makes me happy. I haven't seen the first Puss in Boots, but I don't really care. But like overall, just like any of that,
Wow.
hey,
So fake.
I'll watch it at some point maybe. But I have the second one now, so it's like I'll just watch that. It's a good movie. But
If other people say that they don't like it, then you're automatically counted
I
out.
remember we had it.
Statistically
We
speaking.
owned the DVD, and I remember at some point it was on, and I watched it, and I was like, "This is fine," but I don't remember anything about it. So maybe it's an Independence Day situation here.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yes. You know why?
You are gonna watch it.
What? The original?
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh, okay. I
I've never
didn't
seen
know.
that.
I thought we were just talking about Last Wish.
I am just talking about Last Witch with mom and dad, and you don't
Got
have
it.
to watch the first one with me, but I will watch the first one.
I think I would still like it, like now,
Yeah.
especially
It's
because
a-
the franchise
it's a
just makes me
character.
happy, and like even Humpty Dumpty, just like the fairy tale aspect, I think just brings it up a notch compared to other franchises too. It just makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, we gotta put this on your ranking, Kelly.
It's top.
No, not tier list, like
The other
your
ones.
individual.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Do we
what
even
movies
remember?
do we have?
This is the third one, right?
No, this is the
This is
fourth.
the last.
This is the last one of the.
Matt, you were first in this round. What movie did you pick again? What's the last
Clueless.
movie you picked? Clueless?
Clueless.
It's
been
that
long.
far back.
Really?
Yeah, we took a long break
Clueless,
there.
Clueless.
Bottle Rocket, Living in Oblivion, Shrek 2. Okay. What?
In the cat.
I don't even.
Disturbing, huh?
What's the second one?
Disturbing. Bottle Rocket.
All right, none of these were
Clueless,
too
Bottle
disturbing.
Rocket, Living in Oblivion, Shrek 2. I think Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 might get the most. Disturbing.
Gotta be. I guess, yeah.
Why not?
Luke?
We're pretty non-disturbing movies this time.
Ones.
Yeah.
Non-disturbing
I
ones.
say Shrek 2.
I'm good with it.
Shrek
I'm
2,
good with it.
Then.
And then
you know
Then
what?
I would say Clueless.
Clueless.
Clueless. Yeah.
And
And
And then I would
Living in
say
Oblivion.
Living in
just
Oblivion,
for
yeah.
vibes.
yeah.
Sure.
Oh god, what were the other? Sad.
Shrek 2 because of
Shrek
manga.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Shrek
god.
2.
Actual, yeah, we
Sweet,
had
Shrek
actual
2 's
tears. Yeah.
And then I don't know. The other ones aren't. They just
Sad.
aren't.
We could just have one winner.
All right, we're just gonna do the winner. I'm good with it.
Is unsettling is a
It was
category?
unhinged and gay.
Unhinged. There are only 4 categories?
Unhinged
Unhinged.
has to be
Ooh.
Living in Oblivion, right? With like the
You
shifts.
think?
I would say that it gets unhinged because the
Okay,
way they
with
keep
Wolf's
going
eye
over and over.
patch.
The eye
You think
patch.
it's more unhinged than Shrek 2?
Yeah, I would say
It's
yeah.
unhinged in a different way, but I would
Yeah.
probably say yeah. Maybe it's because I've been desensitized to how unhinged Shrek 2
Yeah,
Shrek
we're
is,
just used
to it.
Just Shrek in general.
Do you remember our DVD case said our last name like right across the top because mom would bring it to school?
Yes.
Man, that's
I
nostalgic.
remember that.
Luke, what do you think?
I would have probably said Shrek 2.
Me
but,
too.
Yeah. So we'll flip a coin. All right.
Are you finding an actual coin to flip?
Yes. Heads or tails?
Yeah, I bought Scratcher so Luke has some
Tails.
coins out.
Kelly says tails.
That was not a flip.
That was a flip. You didn't see it.
Mhm.
It flipped.
It went. Maybe it flipped once.
No, it flipped more times. It's tails. Anyway.
So
Okay.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
So Shrek 2 is still a sweep. Okay, gay. Hear me out.
You're gonna say
Shrek
Bottle
2.
Rocket.
Shrek 2.
I kind of wanted to give it to Bottle Rocket.
But
Brothers.
Shrek 2! Puss in Boots probably bisexual.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
We have
That's
Kyle
right.
slaying every time he comes on
Kyle.
screen. I love Kyle.
So our top 2 are Shrek 2 and Bottle Rocket.
Sounds-
What's everyone? Bottle Rocket. What's everyone's call?
Bottle
I'm the
Rocket.
Bottle Rocket. Yeah.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, sure. Funny.
We're doing
funny.
And then Shrek 2
Yes.
for vibes. I even
Absolutely.
say vibes why Shrek 2 was number 1.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Is that it?
Clueless and Living in Oblivion.
Clueless actually has a gay character.
But that doesn't make something gay.
but
I would say
But-
Clueless though is still number 3.
Yeah.
3, and then
yeah.
Living in
Yeah.
Oblivion. Okay.
oh,
That's it.
the only mention in
Mention
Living in
the eye patch
Oblivion
thing?
is the eye patch.
Okay,
Yes.
but
That's-
but the
that's
gay
so
category
good.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The
I
gay
know.
category isn't about if they're gay characters. It's about if it feels gay.
Right.
If
That's-
gay people like it. If it's made by and for gay people.
That's a really good scene
Really
in
good
that movie. Immediately turns him off from the eye patch forever.
Okay. Is it
And
my
speaking
pick
of
this week?
gay,
Yes, it's Matt.
do you guys want to see a big ass bumper sticker that I didn't know was this big that I got just
Sure.
today in the mail?
Oh gosh. How big is it?
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
that's
God, it's
huge.
beautiful.
That's a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
I have another
incredible.
one coming. I'll send
Oh
a
my
picture when they
gosh.
both
That's
get here.
incredible.
Can't wait.
Holy
Mark,
shit.
we have to do the tier. Oh, we all put it in top.
Yeah, I'll do it. I just
It's
forgot.
Luke's pick.
Is it Luke?
So-
It's literally Luke's pick.
Well,
Well,
okay, so
we had
it's-
switched last time.
Yeah,
So
so
did you want to
it-
switch back?
I would say Matt should because
Well,
Okay.
we said we were gonna switch back, so
Okay.
our order is just switched permanently now.
That's fine.
Then if Matt goes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want Matt to wait. It would literally be a month and a half since
It's
Clueless
whatever
was
you
on.
want to do.
Okay.
I can keep mine banked in my pocket.
You go.
Okay.
All right, we
Well-
need to guess it.
Yeah, would y'all like to guess?
we need
We
okay.
need something.
information.
This is also a movie from 2004.
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
Good guess. No.
Spider-Man 2, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh no.
Which has
Doesn't
This
put it- that's
movie is rated
Maniac
PG.
McGee.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
PG,
not
so
it.
it's a kids movie. It's
watch it in
it's
school?
like Mike.
We did not watch it in
Oh.
school, but watched
I
it
know.
as kids.
Did
don't know.
I watch it as?
That I don't.
Did we
know.
own it?
I know. Yes.
On VHS.
Ice Age.
No. a
Shark Tale.
DVD. Nice.
We own that on
Not-
both.
Not animated.
Oh,
It's PG.
Bridge to
It's made
Terabithia.
by-
Luck of the Irish.
It's made by Disney, but
Luck
it's
of the
not-
Irish.
And it's
It was-
not Bridge
it's
to
Luck of
Terabithia?
the
It was a
Irish.
theater release.
It's Luck
It
of
was
the
a big
Irish.
theater release.
Oh my
It has
God,
a big
what-
star.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
That's a good. What?
What?
What'd you say, Kelly?
HE double hockey sticks.
Hell?
Yeah. No, that's not the full title. You know what I'm talking about, though. With the, it's that one movie. I bet it was in the 90s. It was not 2004.
Oh, okay.
But it's the actors that play Jack and Eric in Boy Meets World, and they're in this movie together. And Eric is a demon, and Jack is a hockey player. You gotta know what I'm talking about, man.
Airbud, Matt.
Do not, but it sounds amazing.
Oh, but that leads me
It's
to
just
Underdog.
called HE double hockey
Underdog.
sticks, and it's based off like an
Oh.
old ass
Never.
play.
No, I've never heard of
That
it.
is kind of beautiful, and maybe
I'm
it should be my pick, but it's not. I'm sorry.
Rhea Seahorn is in it, and she plays the
What?
devil. I'm sending.
I gotta
the
watch this.
poster
Oh
to you
my
right now.
God.
It's so blurry.
So
What
we
category-
own this. It's not, and it's not like Mike.
It's not
We
like
didn't
my.
watch it in school.
Wait.
So
Oh,
It's got a big name main actor.
like
Um,
comedy.
Agent Cody Banks.
it's not comedy. It's
That's
not
a-
It's
Agent
a
Cody
drama,
Banks.
but a PG drama.
It's not a. So it's an adventure. It's like a.
Oh my God, Zathura. Did you guys
No,
already say
but
that?
you're on a.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
No.
Journey to the center of the earth.
No, it's like this movie has a budget of $100 million. So this is a big
Whoa,
movie.
and Disney. Wait, it's by Disney.
It's a Disney movie.
Disney theater release,
Movie
non-comedy.
fully loaded. No, you guys already.
Zoom.
Did you guys already say that?
No.
Hey,
Shut the fuck up,
You know
Luke.
what?
Shut the fuck up.
I think so. Actually,
Don't you ever mention Zoom in my presence again.
I'm now looking at the.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Oh.
But it's the same, one of the same producers, Luke.
Jerry
Okay, so-
Bruckheimer.
Yes, it is produced by
What
Jerry
the hell?
Bruckheimer.
What the
Phantom
fuck?
of the Opera.
I'm gonna pull that out.
I'm realizing that it doesn't say Disney on the poster, but it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That changes
it-
things.
oh,
It could be
then,
Hulu.
yeah.
I thought it was made by Disney.
So it could be.
It's got that
Fox.
vibe.
Secondhand
Um,
lines.
It's
So
not
it's
a drama. It's an
it's like an adventure movie. It's
Is it like Pirates?
It's I guess
Five?
got
2000,
similar vibes.
2004
Great
adventure.
documentary.
Oh, Race to Witch Mountain.
Oh,
No.
no way you can race to Witch Mountain.
Okay,
I'm just
This
trying to
one
pull
I'm
any
about-
crazy thing out of my ass right now.
if I mention any,
Is this
like,
crazy?
the person who's in it, you're gonna
It's
know.
Yeah,
gonna-
you
it's
can't
gonna-
tell us.
so
You can't
give
tell
a-
us.
give
Yeah,
a-
yeah,
get
don't
a
do that.
different-
Wait,
What's the first
is it
letter?
is this like a crazy outlandish pick, or are we gonna feel stupid?
No, it's gonna be one where you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that movie.
It's based on a book?
No, it's got a sequel to.
A squeakquel.
It's Alvin and the Chipmunk.
There it is.
Okay,
was
so
not
yeah,
That was
live action. It has a lot. Okay, so I really liked this movie growing up, and I'm pretty sure some of you did too. But I really liked it specifically because it has a lot to do with history.
History.
Oh,
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Yes.
Yeah, that is. It is so Disney. It is 100% Disney. You're right.
National Treasure.
It says
I-
just
you
Jerry
got it at the same
Bruckheimer
time.
I
produced
was
it. I was
gonna
like,
say
I swear
I doubt
this is
it's Disney. I
It-
doubt it, right?
No, it
Why
was
would
Disney.
Okay, Matt.
Oh no!
I've
Look in
never
the
s-
corner. Walt Disney Pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt. I've never seen this movie ever.
Ever.
in my life.
What?
Okay.
Ever in my life.
I couldn't.
So this is one I missed.
Oh, this is a good one.
I
This
have-
is a really
I
good one.
cannot remember the last time I watched it. I think
It's
I
a better
was five.
version of the Da Vinci Code.
Yes.
Wait. So we
Absolutely.
get,
I like
we
it
get
better
Mary
than Da Vinci.
Magdalene.
No. But
God
you
damn
get
it, then what's the
you get
fucking
Sean
point?
Bean, so you get that.
Wait,
Really?
really?
What?
You guys don't remember these
Wait.
movies?
No.
He
Sorry,
dies in this
that
one
was
too.
not who I thought you were talking about.
You think I was talking about Mr. Bean?
You're finding out Sean
No,
Oh.
no, no, but I wish. Oh, if Sean Hayes was in it.
Could you imagine?
No, who's that guy? Who's that? Neil Breen. That's who I said when you said Sean Bean.
No.
That's who my brain conjured.
Okay, hear me out though.
Yeah.
A remake of this with Neil Breen in Nick Cage's spot would actually I'd be a movie I might watch. Yeah, I couldn't say that Nick Cage was in it.
Yeah,
then you would have
yeah.
gotten it immediately. I have no idea how this is gonna hold up, but I remember
Hey,
really liking it as a kid.
Someone, one of my friends at
Oh, it
work.
fully says Disney, huge on
Yeah.
the cover on the TV.
Oh,
at least.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at IMDb and I was like, where it? I swear it said Disney.
I mean, this has one of the most iconic lines in film history.
You know why that I picked this? Is because Katie and I were watching something. I think we were watching Survivor and somebody said something and it was in the same cadence as I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
And so it made me start thinking about it.
The person I share an office with put a sticky note on my desk, our desk, and it was like, look under the desk. And under the desk, it was just another sticky note that said, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And it made me laugh very hard.
This is my favorite Nick Cage performance because he
Oh,
plays it so.
He hasn't seen Longlegs
You know
yet.
what? Won't say anymore, but he plays it very earnestly, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this because I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid, to be honest. Like
I cannot remember it all. I
I've
don't
watched
know.
it
I have no clue.
since, but it's probably been like a decade. You know?
nice.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I'm very excited for
Thank
it.
you.
Okay.
Ellie, I'm excited to see what you're gonna feel about it, never having seen it.
Ooh,
It's
So
long.
interesting.
how long is
I'm
it?
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's no good pick.
It's 2 hours and 11 minutes.
That's
Dad
like
said
the worst
13.
time for movies.
Oh, did it? Again, IMDb.
No, it's fine.
Don't listen to him, Matt. Don't listen to him.
I'm saying it's good. It's a good pick.
Thank you.
I'm super excited. Yeah.
There's stuff that like there's stuff I remember that I can't wait to talk about, but I can't wait to see what I don't remember and be like, what?
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording, but I'm very excited for it
Sounds
for
good.
next week. Anything else
All right.
from anybody? Okay, bye.
See y'all next
Bye.
week.